Hello, can you hear me? Anybody? Hi guys, can you hear me? No, no response. Is something wrong with the sound here? Nobody's answering me. Can you hear me? Nom nom. Why is the screen blank? What's happening? Um. Oh wait, I got an idea. Um, is this better? Can you hear me now? Can you see me? Loud and clear. Okay, you hear me? Do you see me? Let's see. Yeah, there I am. Hey, all right. All right. So today is a wonderful day. I woke up this morning and was so pleased to hear that Silence Boy is done. Our top story this evening: Silence Boy has been removed from YouTube by YouTube for terms of service violations. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Yes, yes, growing pains. That's a fact. Anyway, yes, it's a wonderful day. So there's a couple things I wanted to cover, but when I saw that, I'm like, that's the first thing we got to get into. Um, so I'm going to play. I haven't watched this whole thing yet. I got a couple videos about him and the trouble he got in because of this whole thing. I'm going to go with Irish Demons because I haven't watched it yet. So we could do a live real time reaction to his videos. So let's go ahead and get that started right now. Let's see. Let's see. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here.
Aquí te le quería encontrar, perra. Mira lo que haces para sobrevivir, qué vergüenza.
So this is the street vendor that he got arrested.
No ando con ambulante, perra. Me tocaste, ya te voy a echar la policía, me pegaste. Perra, ahorita ya le voy a hablar.
So that was it. That's what she got locked up for going, get out of my way, little man. Absolutely nothing. The big, tough frauditor can't take a much smaller lady going, get out of the way. I mean, come on, dude. While you're walking down the street there making a nuisance of yourself, she's working damn hard to try make a living. It's no wonder you got so much backlash.
Yeah. The entire Latino community just went insane when this guy did this. And he was actually on the news on the Spanish TV. And yeah, the entire community was mad at him and they complained. And that's how YouTube, I think, found out what he was doing. What he needs to do is get a job instead of trying to create another channel and keep doing this nonsense. All right, what have we here?
I got assaulted by a lady.
No, I'm not sexist. That's for damn sure. But really, a much smaller lady that you're harassing going, you call that assault? There's a lot of words I could use to describe you right now, but I know YouTube will come down on me like a ton of bricks for saying them.
Yeah.
What happened? I was coming on the sidewalk and she saw that. She told her, hit my hand.
Are you okay?
Oh,
yeah. I got it on video.
Do you need the ambulance or anything?
No.
Do you know where she went?
She's over there, and then some other two guys wanted to fight me. Okay. So that's why I left over there. I'm over here.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're okay.
Glad you're okay. Duh,
yeah.
She barely touched him.
What would you like to happen? Do you want a private person's arrest?
Could that be done?
That could be done, but you're going to be the one going to court. You place someone in arrest, okay? And understand that since this is a misdemeanor, not committed in our presence, they also have the right, based on what their statement is, to place you in arrest as well.
He's supposed to be a professional. Look at his framing here.
First, find out what the situation is, what happened.
He's only showing the guy's chest. I didn't do nothing.
The portion of it,
I love it when he says that.
Based off the statements, based on what they're saying to us, we have to do an investigation. So let's step off
The ambulance. I love that.
So tell me real quick, what happened?
I was filming on the sidewalk, filming that specific person because you could do that. That's
Hello, Emily.
Of course.
She comes out to my camera and smacks my hand.
She smacks your hand?
Yeah.
What was her reasoning?
Because I was filming her.
Okay.
And talking trash, not just filming.
No.
You just were walking down the street with your camera.
Yeah.
nothing would have happened.
And then after that, what happened?
After that, two guys came out and they wanted to fight me, so that's why I moved from over there to the escalator.
Okay, you said you had it on camera?
Yeah.
Can I see it real quick?
Dramatic reconstruction. I was assaulted. Send me super chats now.
James the Mick, KC is actually.
Can you
been-
imagine boasting about the fact that a street vendor now has to pack up her day's work? All that food she prepared is now going to get dumped while she gets carted off because you lied. Oh man, that is infuriating, bro.
Anyway, Casey has been against Silence Boy ever since he got beat up and Silence didn't stick up for him. And he really hated that Silence Boy did this. He even Casey Camera Boy said this was crossing the line, which is insane because that guy lives on the other side of the line, the wrong side. I'm not doing this forwarding. I think that was Irish Demon. I don't know. Or maybe even Camera Boy or Silence Boy, whatever his name is, Idiot Face. Look at packing the stuff up, everything, because Silence Boy wanted to be a.
You wanna go to jail too?
Oh, she's walking down the street
Now,
filming.
I'm not 100% sure why he redacted the audio there. I'm guessing he said something that he didn't want the general public to see or hear. That's not very First Amendment of you. He actually did that a couple of times earlier in the video too, during that fast forward part.
Pues me golpeó a mí. ¿Cómo que me vas a golpear?
I bet you feel so proud of yourself, don't you? A woman just working on the side of the road, trying to scratch out a living as hard as that is in this time. And this is what you do to her for clicks and views. I can't
Yep.
see your channel surviving this one.
Ah,
Absolutely
he called it.
despicable behavior.
He called it.
So anyway, he
That's
got
great.
a ton of backlash from the general public and from his fellow auditors. And this was one of his response videos. He looks
Oh,
super
this is-
scared in it. He's all like,
I've seen this. This is cringe.
Tune in.
Looking around. Oh no, there's nobody behind me. I don't want to get attacked.
What up? What up? There's gonna be a lot of people in here. 17.
Nice cut, Irish. Yeah, KC Camera Boy showing
I
up to
knew there
a
was gonna
bank
be a lot of people in this live.
with a flak jacket and a taser,
Oh, yeah.
like looking like a gun. How is that not asking for trouble? Oh man.
dude, are you 14 or 40? Because I really cannot tell. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know the kind of guy. You're just like, is he a kid, or is he a young looking old dude, or just like a really ugly kid?
Why is there a lot of haters though? Hating. I just go outside, hey, Super 23 ends and my peeps. There's a lot of haters. I just go outside to film. Uncle Abe, what up?
That's all you do. Sure. Yeah.
I just
okay.
appreciate the things. People are what is it called?
Stupidity. Idiocracy.
Just a quick update, everyone.
Foolishness. Childish behavior.
There's a lot of haters.
Yeah, like
But they
you.
still keep
I
watching
hate
my
the
continent.
police. I hate the police.
Everyone.
Hold on, they still keep watching your what?
The continent.
Yeah, which continent would that be? Would it be Africa? Would it be North America? Oh, how about Europe? Which one of those continents is your continent?
The continent. So people think I'm gonna stop recording. No. I'm gonna keep on
no.
filming.
Yeah, but
I
you're not
didn't do
gonna be
anything
putting
wrong.
Videos up on YouTube anymore.
That's simple, everyone. I'm gonna keep up continuing. Filming.
Continuing.
Police. Then I'm gonna probably film, what is it called?
Your
People,
stupidity.
public servants accountable and everything like that.
You don't even know what you're talking about. Literally, you have no idea.
People don't understand that she attacked me.
No, she didn't. You harassed her and she basically beckoned you away. What is it, assault and beckony? Oh, hey, dude, I think there's someone coming.
That's what they are ignoring. It doesn't matter how mad you get. That's the thing I'm trying to explain about that video. She attacked me. When you attack someone, you get cuffs. But that video got a lot of
Got a lot of what? A lot of stupidity, a lot of idiocy.
that's what people don't get.
Holding servants accountable.
And go check out the news. The news finally made an interview about me. You already
that was
know
one
that
of the
video
things
went
that
a lot
killed
of,
you.
got a lot of views, everything. But I have nothing to say that when you assault someone, you go to jail. It's not I did a bad job.
A bar.
Sorry, buddy. I like my peeps. Keep your head up. I'm gonna always keep the audits coming in. Everyone.
No, you're
Simple as
not.
it goes.
You thought so
Always.
when you made this.
Smash that like button.
Ugh.
Hell yeah, Jeremy Erin. Thank you.
I wonder if he's going to show the whole thing. He goes back and then. Oh no, I'm thinking of the actual news report. He had his mommy out there with him, sticking up for him. But that was all in Spanish, so maybe Demon isn't going to show it. I don't know.
I'm here. I might film. I'm gonna do some little videos around here.
If you are interested in seeing the actual news report that he was on,
Furry's
Famil-
always got me. Furry, I gotta give a big shout out to you. You always got me.
Furry
Thanks, Furry
Potato.
Potato. So everybody,
Great.
I'm gonna let you go
A
until
good
next
friend.
time. I'm out. I'll keep you updated.
All right, good. Be
Thanks
out.
everybody for the support, and I'm out. Everyone.
Good. Be out. Anyway, that's enough of looking at his ugly mug. So what I was going to say is if you want to see the entire news footage that was on about him, even though it's in Spanish on Familia TV, he speaks Spanish and he kind of translates. So if you watch his video covering that, you'll get that. So anyway, yes, today's a big day, a great day to celebrate. It's Pi Day 314, 3.14. I love it. Yeah, Silence Boy's gone. He's off YouTube. Done. So it looks like we're making progress. First, we got legalized drugs to go legit. Now we got this guy out of here. So keep up the good work and let's keep going. So what's next on my itinerary here? You want to go to Joshua Lanto next or delete laws? I'm going to do both, but what order should I do it in? Do you guys have an opinion on that? Anyone? Yeah. SGV actually is, I think, as far as I know, right now, he's live talking about Silence Boy and how he doesn't like what he did either. Joshua Lanto next. All right. I got his arrest video right here. The one everyone's been talking about. Let's get that done. And as per usual with all these idiots, he starts the whole thing in vertical mode, but I think eventually he figures it out or something. I don't know. He's an idiot. Well, Delete Law's video is really long, so I think I will do the Josh one first because it's nice and short, and then we'll wrap it up with Delete Laws. His video is over an hour of just him being an idiot. But here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Joshua Lanto. As soon as I get this situated. Where is it? No, this one. Yeah. Bam. All right, how's that looking? All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, bam.
What do you mean you're going to have me come back to
Well,
your car?
not supposed to be driving, so you're going to exit the driver's seat. Okay? I'll get out for you. Man, you look good on camera, bro.
I appreciate that, but
You
I
look-
have no problem with you filming. You know that. I've dealt with you before. I have no problem with you filming. You just can't be driving. You understand that?
So you waited for me?
No, I was right there. You literally were at my stop. I was
Okay.
assisting on an accident, and then you drove off right when I was there.
You're pulling out.
No, I wasn't. I was doing my accident report.
I saw you pull out.
I pulled out of the gas station and went and was doing my accident report in another parking lot. Mobile parking lot is very small.
Mobile parking lot is very small.
Yes.
Notice how Mr. Lanto here is already beginning to try and build a false narrative. He immediately says, well, you were following me. You came out after me. And the cop's explaining, I was there. You just drove right past me. But he's already starting to build a false narrative, or trying to, for his fans watching on the phone. They always do that, and it makes me so mad.
So do you see this, guys?
Yeah.
So you have an opportunity to uphold rights or enforce statutes and codes. Which
Hey,
one
what's
do you
up
wanna
on
do?
Clean Hands? Welcome.
Well, you can uphold my right. I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're
You know.
driving. You have a suspended license
How do you know that?
because I know who you are.
Did you hear that, guys? Wait, can you repeat that?
I know that you have a suspended license from previous encounters that we have dealt with. When I saw you driving, I checked your name. Saw you had a
You
suspended license.
checked my name?
Yes.
Yes.
You checked my name without probable cause?
You're
Oh.
driving. I know you have a suspended license. That's probable cause.
Yeah.
That's probable cause. So you
Yes.
ran my name.
Yes.
Why would you run my name?
Because you were driving.
He just
you had a
explained
suspended
that to
license.
you.
Do you understand how this looks?
Yeah, it looks like you're an idiot.
You do understand how this looks?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like you're
All right, go ahead
stupid.
and step out for me.
Okay.
You are going in cuffs, so I don't know if you want to put the phone away, put it in your pocket, whatever.
We're going in cuffs.
Yes, you are under arrest for driving on a suspended license.
Well, you know I haven't had due process of law yet, right?
Dude.
I know you're suspended. I've already confirmed that you're suspended,
Yeah.
and you are driving.
But I haven't been given due process of law
How do you figure?
because my court case is still ongoing.
That has nothing to do with you driving right now with a suspended license.
Well, it has everything to do with that. I haven't been given due process of law.
Secretary
You
of
haven't
State
been
suspended
given
your
lessons on how to hold
No, they
your
didn't.
phone
I
properly.
have a letter stating that my license was not
You have
suspended.
that letter with you because
I
as of
sent
right-
it to the court.
because as of right now, Secretary of State tells me that your license is suspended.
I sent it to the court.
Okay,
So there's a miscommunication here. Do you see how we get in the miscommunication?
okay, but I have to go because I don't have that letter. You're not presenting that letter to me, so I have to go by what Secretary of State is providing me, which shows that you are suspended. Okay, go ahead and step out for me, Josh.
All right. Well.
Well.
Go ahead, turn around.
Alrighty. So, yeah, they know who I am, guys. They know
Yeah.
who I am. So,
Because you commit that much
are
crime.
you sure? Are you sure you want to do this?
Yes, I am.
You're sure you want to do this? You
I'm
just
sure I
look
want
good
him
on
to do
camera,
it.
dude.
I appreciate
And now
that.
you're gonna look like hell.
I appreciate it.
Now you're gonna look horrible,
All right,
dude.
go ahead and put the other hand behind your back.
Man, you guys don't get how this works,
Go ahead
man.
and put the other hand behind your back.
You guys, hold on. Put my phone.
All right.
Hold on.
All right, let me pause this there real quick because I want to make a point. So the next video I'm going to do after this is Delete Law's live stream from the other day. And he always talks about how handcuffs are torture cuffs. They're torture. And you can tell because look at how Joshua is screaming in pain from the torture. Bunch of bungholes.
You don't know how this works, dude.
I do.
You do.
Yes,
How do
you
you?
were driving on a suspended license? That is a
So you
93
waited for me.
No,
So you waited for me.
how did I wait for you?
You waited for me. Well, you ran my name.
I didn't run your name until after I saw you drive.
Oh, you didn't?
Riveting
I don't believe-
content from another journalist.
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
Okay. Are you double locking those, or are you gonna try to
I just did double lock them. You
All
want
right.
those too tight for you?
Well, I mean, like you obviously want to retaliate against me, right?
How am I retaliating? I'm literally
Dude,
asking you to make sure
You
you're okay.
just looked good on camera.
I
You
appreciate
just looked good on camera. And now you look like shit. Just like
So
bowheads look like shit.
So you're saying I'm looking bad because I'm pulling over somebody who's driving
You
on a
look like
suspended
an
license?
idiot.
That's the way you look at it, right?
That's the
the way
law.
you. That's the way you see it.
You can't drive on a suspended license.
You have
That's the law.
discretion.
Not with a misdemeanor, no.
You don't have discretion.
No. So you're saying I can just let someone steal a bunch of stuff from Walmart, let them
I
walk
didn't
away,
say
and I
that
didn't do
because
it?
I didn't say
That is a 93A misdemeanor just as suspension.
Listen, when that's the case, you have a victim. You have somebody on the opposite side that's going to be claiming they got stolen. Somebody stole from them, right?
Yes,
You
there
have
is a
somebody
victim
that's
in a
going to be
retail
claiming,
fraud.
right? So somebody is victimized. The only one victimized here is the guy you just kidnapped. The only person
Kidnapping. See,
you're kidnapping
again,
me
with
right
the
now.
false narrative.
Am I going against my will? You think I want to go?
No, I
do
don't
this?
think you want to go and do this. Do you have anything on you besides your phone? Any weapons, knives, guns, anything like that?
Wow.
I know you asked me if I had guns. Do you have anything on you?
I don't know.
Wow.
Come on.
I know. Last time you wouldn't even give me your name when I asked you. When we were at your daughter's for the birthday party.
For the birthday party? Oh, at my daughter's?
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't know you were out there. Oh yeah,
Yeah, now you remember me.
Yeah, man.
Told you, I've talked to you a couple
See, so
times.
this is retaliation.
That has nothing to do with it. You were cool with me then too.
Listen, so a dude that's cool with you, and then you're trying to kidnap a dude that's
I'm
cool
not
with
trying
you.
to kidnap you.
Listen, dude.
And how about this?
What? You have discretion right now. You could say, hey,
do you have any warrants?
do I have any warrants? No.
Okay, as long as you don't have any warrants, I'm going to give you a ticket and we're going to let you go.
Okay,
All
yeah, and then I'll fight
right.
it out in court.
See?
Cool.
That's fine.
See, now you're being somewhat reasonable, man.
No, now
Now
you're.
listen, Bowheads look so bad because listen to me. I'm not trying to talk down to you or anything like that, man. I'm really not trying to talk down to any of you guys, but you guys see how like the public perceives you.
Well, I can tell you the
Like,
public.
hang
on. I can tell you the public from that one. We're not even happy that you were there.
What, from Bowheads?
No. Just now at my accident.
The public wasn't happy that I was there.
The two other citizens that I was dealing with.
I didn't have them on camera.
You said yourself you were recording her. She was recording you.
After she recorded me, I put her on camera.
Okay, but I'm just saying
Man.
So that's
Yeah,
public
this
too.
is hard.
Okay,
any citizen is considered the public.
Right. But hear me out.
Newsworthy.
There
Look at
doesn't
that
have to be this
footage.
divide between
I mean,
you
this
guys
guy's a
and
professional,
the people.
man.
No, I agree.
That's
There doesn't
amazing.
have to be that divide.
I agree,
Amazing
but there are
camera
laws
angle
that
right
still have to
there.
be followed.
Okay, but there were laws against weed 4 years ago.
Correct, and those have been amended and changed.
Right. So would you have enforced those 4 years ago because it's your job?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've
the
do you feel
justice
bad
system
now that
works.
you did that?
Wow,
No.
what a surprise.
You don't?
No, because
You don't feel bad that you ruined people's lives over plant matter? I would feel horrible about that.
I didn't ruin their lives.
Blah,
Also,
blah, blah.
was it their choice or was it my choice to do what I did? And do what they did?
Anytime
Was it their choice?
most of the time when people interact with you, it's not their choice.
Okay, but in regards to the marijuana, was it their choice at that time?
To have the marijuana on them?
Yeah, sure.
There was nothing wrong with it.
Was it illegal at that time?
Was it illegal at the time? We're talking
Wait,
about
no,
legal and
no.
illegal versus moral and immoral.
But you're bringing it back to, was it illegal? My job is to enforce the laws, right?
That's your job?
And
what if those laws are immoral?
It's not. It wasn't immoral.
What if those laws are immoral?
If I am,
Then it gets repealed,
if
which
I
it
am,
did.
if I am given an order,
okay,
that is not lawful, I do not have to follow it.
Okay, what is lawful?
Following the laws that are written by the Constitution, the laws that are written by the state.
Constitution. Is the Constitution the supreme law of the land?
The 10th
Okay,
Amendment
so what
gives
you're
the
doing to me right
states
now is a
the
violation of
right
that
to
Constitution.
create
No,
laws. So it is
Like I said,
constitutional, and if it's
if
not
everything checks out and you don't have any
illegal-
warrants, I'm just gonna let you a ticket and I'm gonna let you get out of it.
All right.
All right.
I love tickets because then I get to go make recordings in court.
Ugh.
And then I get
Cops
to
letting
expose
you
it as an
go, you
extortion racket.
douche-face.
Well, I can tell you a lot
But
of
he
courts
still
are happening
tows
over
your
Zoom.
car.
So
Yeah. They try to threaten me and tell me they're going to arrest me for recording in court too, but I do it anyway. Right? Because I know there's nothing wrong with it.
I think they have a signpost on the front door that says no recording, though, right? In the courtroom.
Oh yeah, they try it. Why do you think they don't want recording in court?
So wait. So if a store owner has a sign outside his business that said no firearms allowed, can they enforce that?
That's a business owner, and if he's open to the public, then it's quasi-public place. I mean, these are all like philosophical type questions.
I mean, it just goes back and forth, right?
Yeah. I mean, but the bottom line is like, how should we act, right? Like right now, you know, I'm no threat to you.
Correct.
There's
Which is
no
why,
reason you should
which
have
is why
me
I'm
in
letting
prison.
you go.
So under my policies, anybody who I place under arrest has to be placed in handcuffs.
Okay, so
I'm
you
following
know,
my
you know when
policies
you were
of
out
my
at my daughter's birthday party, you know I was no threat to anybody.
Which is why you were never in cuffs, never. Even though you were the reason
but
I
that's
was.
not a consolation for doing the right thing.
So
Doing
correct.
the right thing, we should never have to worry about what the consequences of doing the right thing, ever.
Correct.
Okay.
Were you doing the wrong thing?
Yes.
Driving.
Well, we're getting to the term of driving, and no, I wasn't
Oh, no,
driving.
not this.
So,
Not
Operating a motor
that.
vehicle.
No,
okay, now we're dealing with
please.
operator
Pull
too,
up
and
the
that,
driving
like
versus
all these
traveling
words
nonsense.
are confusing in legalese. You know what the definition of driver is in legalese, or drive in legalese?
Don't say it. Do
Not in
not.
common, like you and I speak common
Oh,
language, right?
no.
Yeah. You realize they speak a different language in the court? It's called legalese.
Okay.
You know what the definition of the word drive is in legalese?
No, explain it to me.
It's somebody
You're
employed or doing
wrong.
commerce on the roadway.
Nope,
Somebody
that's
what?
not true.
Employed or
You're
doing commerce
wrong.
on the roadway.
What do you mean by commerce?
Nope. Black.
It
Define
means
that.
like,
Hold on
okay,
a second.
taxi
Wait a minute.
driver,
I got
bus driver.
All right, listen to me. I've read Black's Law Dictionary. When it says driving is employed, Black's Law Dictionary itself defines the word employed as doing. Right now, I am employed in doing a live stream. I am employed in my activity. So when you're employed in driving, according to Black's Law Dictionary itself, you're physically behind the wheel of a car. It doesn't matter if it's for your job or not. That's what these idiots always misquote, misunderstand, and take out of context. Cherry picking. Even Black's Law Dictionary, their own argument is going against themselves. What an idiot. What a surprise that he's an idiot.
Uber driver, right?
So a transporter.
Right, somebody that's making money on the road, right? Because here's the deal. Here's how the laws change to where you can do this to me right now versus they set up the laws to basically charge taxes and registration fees for people that were using the roads and adding extra wear and tear to the road.
How long
by
have
making
registration
money.
fees been around? Because as long as I've been driving, they've always been around.
Oh, I'm not asking like how long they've been around. What I'm saying is, I'm trying to tell you how they turned the commercial application to a private setting.
Okay.
Right? And it was very tricky and very slick how they did it in the court system. Now the courts have been operating like that for a long time. And it's unlawful. It really is unlawful because if you think about it,
So by
the average person, right? The average
I don't
person
know how
that
much
uses
more I
these
can take
roads,
of this. I
like
want to
you
get to the
pay
part where he
taxes.
gets his car towed.
absolutely,
And everybody that works usually pays taxes.
I hate them, but yes.
Right. I'm not trying to get in that debate, but here's the thing. So you pay for these roads to use these roads. You pay for the roads.
Correct.
So why do you have to pay extra to use your roads? Why do you have to pay a registration? Why? Why? Not
As much as I would love to know why all that too, I don't have that answer.
right because
I just follow it.
Because you're right. You just follow it, right? And I used to do the same thing. I used to just follow what I was told, and then I started to realize that maybe what we were told wasn't right. It wasn't moral. It wasn't good. Right? So we pay taxes to use our roads, and then somebody's going to say we have to pay extra to use our roads. It makes sense if you want to charge somebody in a commercial application. Like if I'm out doing Uber driving, which I did for over a year, I'm adding extra wear and tear to those roads. It makes sense that I would have to be licensed. Okay, I'll break it down for you and give you a different example.
I'm going to listen to you, but I'm going to stay up here so I can do my stuff.
I'll give you a different example.
Now what?
And I can't help it. People are calling late people.
All right, I'm going to fast forward till he gets his car towed.
All right, I don't control what
Too
the
much
people do.
dead air, too much nothing.
Hey guys,
Here's
just leave
something.
and we'll have somebody come pick up the vehicle.
Can't do that.
All
You
right.
can.
Can't. My policies that I have to follow by my work state that if there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle, that's fine. If there is not a licensed driver inside the vehicle at the time of the stop, we do not bring people to our stops in the vehicle.
The beer guy is
35 people in here
STV
now.
News, I think.
You just got
He
35
got
people. Like I only
25
have like
people on
15,
his
20 people
live.
max.
Wow.
But when you
I
arrest
got
people,
what, 93 right now?
On YouTube,
that's just on YouTube collectively. That's not on my channel. My channel is still small.
Yeah, I
So,
know.
but the big channels that I'm affiliated with, like, did you hear what happened in Utica?
Which incident that I have heard in you?
Utica, the detective that no longer has a job.
Oh.
Was that the captain? The words? The
Morabito. He no longer has a job
Okay.
because he doesn't
Was it-
understand how he looks on
was
this
that
thing.
was that the chief?
No, that wasn't the chief. But I talked to the mayor.
No, there was I think it was Utica
Good for you.
who ended up losing his job there. But I don't remember all the details of that. That was about a year ago.
No, this was recent. This was like 4 weeks ago.
No, that I do not.
4 weeks ago, the guy, he no longer has a job. He no longer has a job.
Wow.
Okay.
And I'm sure it was because of you specifically.
He
never did
He didn't know
anything
how to
wrong.
act right.
It was
He didn't
you got
know
him
that what he
fired.
was doing was wrong.
Oh,
That's the. I
So
mean,
are
the
you
bottom
saying-
line.
So you think every police officer that enforces the law is doing it wrong, so none of us should have a job?
That's.
yeah.
I didn't say that.
That's what
Well, you're
he
saying
thinks.
I'm wrong for doing my job, right?
I'm saying you are enforcing statutes and codes versus upholding rights. Which is more honorable?
Statutes and codes come from
Which is more
the
honorable?
state,
That was
which
the
comes from
question.
the
Your rights
10th
were
Amendment, which
taken
gives
away
them the right
because
to
you were
do
driving
that.
while you were
The
suspended.
How
state
many
can take
times
away a
does
right.
somebody have to explain this to you?
You were placed under arrest.
The state can take away a right. Do you see where this goes?
You were
Do you
placed
see
under
why
arrest,
Costin doesn't want anything to do with
and
me
now
either?
you are released. Correct?
An unlawful detainment.
No, you were driving on a suspended license.
Again,
which
the
is a
word drive.
misdemeanor.
Again, the word drive in
Which
legalese
is a
means something
misdemeanor
totally
charge.
different.
No,
Do you
it's
realize, like, when you
not.
go into that courtroom, they
Wrong.
speak a completely different language?
Yes, legalese. You just told me that.
Right.
I am listening to you.
Right. Okay. So, do you have a law degree?
No, I do not.
Do you
Neither do
speak
you.
legalese?
No.
Then how the hell do you
have
even
a law
know?
degree?
No, but
Do you
I
speak legalese.
I speak a little bit of legalese. Yeah,
Okay.
a little bit, not a lot, but it's very like when you start to understand this stuff. I'm not trying to talk down to you, man. I'm really not. But you
I'm not
put that
trying to,
uniform on
but
every
I'm
day.
succeeding
I'm
very
sure
well at
you
doing it.
expect to be going out and doing good in the world.
And there's a lot that I do. I have a life-saving award for people I've saved
Okay.
because they've had
That's
medical
good.
problems, things like that. I go to accidents. I help anybody out who's injured.
Right.
I do everything.
Right,
I
but then
do also do
retaliating
traffic,
against me
but
because you're upset that I watch you.
It was nothing. I literally gave you a fist bump and said, "Is everything good? You need anything?"
I know what
didn't-
happened. I was
didn't have
there.
to. I didn't have to talk to you, did I?
But now, and
So there was no retaliation there. You're twisting the word.
we're going to go to Lakeside Towing, and they're going to look like they just stole a vehicle off the
Oh.
side of the road. That's how they're going to look on
Well, they're
camera.
going to have a
No, they're
slip that
not.
states that the
Yep.
vehicle was impounded.
It was stolen off the side of the road. Because right now, we could have somebody come pick that vehicle
See,
up.
building
Not by
a
my
false
policy.
narrative again.
Not by your policy?
He has to say stolen.
Well, does that
he
policy
has to
need to
say
change then?
kidnapped. He has to
I
say
don't
all
think
this
so, because
nonsense.
if I were to leave the vehicle
Oh.
here and leave, we are still responsible for that vehicle.
Yeah.
So if anyone broke into that vehicle, we are responsible.
Yep.
Hmm.
So
So,
you're an idiot.
by waiting here and waiting for somebody to come get the vehicle,
Yeah. Yeah.
you see how we like
I'm
can get around these sort of things?
Now, do you also?
Your discretion is
got
very
you
valuable.
released. The cuffs
Yes,
are off,
but-
aren't they?
I don't have discretion in everything I do, as I explained to you earlier.
Well, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on getting Chief Keller and Lieutenant Ivory out of it.
And if that
Those
changes,
two don't belong in that position.
let's have you step aside. Lakeside is pulling up.
Hello, James.
So, anyways,
Bond,
here comes the
007.
thieves.
Right.
See, these are the guys that are the
Yeah.
thieves.
Give me one.
They're not thieves.
And that's how they look. They look like thieves.
They don't. You look like an idiot.
So, hey guys, they're
Yeah.
coming to steal a vehicle.
No, they're not. They're coming
Here
to
we go.
tow a vehicle because the person who was driving it doesn't have a driver's license.
Yeah.
So they can't just leave it on the side of the road. He took the cuffs
Yeah,
off
let me
you.
grab a couple things out of there.
What do you need?
I'll grab it.
I'm gonna grab it. What do you need?
I don't know what's in there, man.
A big old bag of cocaine? I don't
Dude,
know.
I'm just grabbing my pop and my cigarettes, dude. It's not a big
I don't know
deal.
what's in the car though. So
Right.
just give me a second, and I will get you your stuff, and then we can get it going.
Why can't, dude?
I know you know me, but is there a gun in the car? Do I know this?
What did you miss?
Dude,
we
Now
covered
you're trying,
silence.
now you're
boy.
trying to gain entry
I'm a-
into the car and do an unlawful search.
Losing
I don't
your-
know what's
it's
in that
not
car. It's not mine.
unlawful.
An inventory search is not an unlawful search. That has been upheld by the court as well, by the Supreme Court, if you want.
Yeah.
But you don't understand. Just because the Supreme Court says you can do it doesn't mean it's a good idea to do it.
But if I
The
don't,
Supreme Court also
hang on,
said
hang
you
on,
But it
can
doesn't
lie to
mean it's
people.
legal.
If I don't do it, and you say that there's something in there that I didn't know about, and now you say it's missing, who's liable?
We guys could have just had somebody come pick up the car.
He is
do
having
have
someone
someone
pick up the car.
Right, but somebody that's not going to try to steal money.
Nobody's
Like I said,
stealing.
You need anything out of here?
They're going to look like the thieves. You're going to look like the guy that stole
Joshua,
the
you need anything out
truck.
of the car?
Yeah, hand me my cigarettes and my pot.
How?
There's like 3 Dr. Peppers in there.
Oh,
Here,
his
there's
pop.
one in the back.
I thought he said, hand me my pot. Oh, man.
And the box?
Yeah. No,
Well,
not that one.
DB, to be
There's
fair,
another one.
at the beginning of this, the cop was talking about how he knows Josh and how he's
Nice and cold.
dealt
too.
with him
There
before.
you go.
So he knows who he is and what he's about.
I don't know if you had a lighter. Did you put the keys under the seat?
Mhm.
That's what I thought.
Ooh,
So anyways,
your ugly
guys.
mug. That's what I want to look at.
Man.
Joshua, you need your folder?
Well, I probably need everything that's in there, man. To be honest, I need everything that's in there.
Can you carry everything? Otherwise, you'd have to wait till you get it out of the impound.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not
Please.
carrying around that stack of papers. That's legal paperwork.
That's
Legal
fine.
paperwork.
I'm just asking,
Yeah,
so
probably
it's in there.
printed off
I
of
will
Google.
document that you have that in there.
Other than that, I don't know what else is in there because it's not mine.
Okay.
It's not your car?
Why would you need everything out of here if it's not yours?
I just said, well, a lot of the stuff in there is mine, but I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got to address that real quick. I didn't watch this whole thing before. I've seen pieces of it, but I didn't know. So not only is he driving without a valid driver's license because his license is suspended, but it's not even his car. So he got someone else's car towed. If I had a suspended license, I would never even think of borrowing someone else's car. That's insane. What if something happened, like for real happened? You got in an accident or something. This guy just keeps getting dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber and dumber every 2 seconds. Holy crap.
Saying it's
Do you
not
see the
my
discrepancies
vehicle.
in that? That's all I'm saying. You said, I don't know what's in there. It's not mine.
Do you understand?
Everything in there
This
is
is
mine.
why people say they don't want to talk to you.
That's fine.
Okay. And just so you know, nobody consents to searching the vehicle.
Oh, okay.
So you're
Gotcha,
doing this
Thea.
unlawfully without consent, and you're doing it in front of
I told you I'm doing an inventory search, which has been upheld.
I understand. Listen, that's how Boaz did it too, man. That's how Boaz did it, but he still looked stupid doing it. He still looked horrible. He looked
Not as bad as your camera angles look.
no. Boaz was on a different stop, man. He was on a stop that had nothing to do with me, but he did it to somebody 4 days before Christmas,
Blah, blah,
and he
blah.
doesn't understand how that made him look.
Blah,
And it's kind of
blah,
silly.
blah. All right. So anyway, after this, the car gets towed and he complains about it forever. And that's pretty much it. So I'm going to stop that one here and we're going to move on to delete laws. So let me stop this.
No.
All right. Get rid of that window. All right, guys. So now we're going to get into a big one. A lot of you probably already know that the other day, Blue Bacon was doing a live stream about delete laws. Well, right before he went live, Delete Laws himself had a live stream where he was complaining about the cops and how much he hates them and all this nonsense. I didn't watch the whole thing. I scanned through it, but right now we're going to do a live reaction. I'm going to play the whole thing. It's over an hour. I might have to fast forward some parts if it gets too boring, but it's basically just him yapping his mouth forever about how horrible police are, so mean. And before I start this one, watch. I was thinking it's kind of early in the day to do a drinking game, but every time he says torture cuffs or kidnapping, torture cuffs referring to handcuffs, kidnapping when referring to arrest. I had a third one. I don't know. Anyway, those two, every time he says one of those, take a drink and you'll be plastered within 10 minutes. So let's go ahead and look at Delete Laws live stream from the other day.
I am privy to your We Are Forney page, and I have been there. There are people here in Dallas, Texas, across the city, who support me. So let's talk about a little bit.
Well, that's
before
depressing.
I release the video of Yunez and what exactly happened.
Oh, walk
This
off
talk
screen.
is going to be raw. and it's going to be gritty. And I'm going
Oh,
to say some things on here that people have been wanting to say for a very long time,
raw,
but they simply
gritty.
haven't said them. So, what happened with Yunez? Before his
Who
video
cares?
comes out, I want to share with you guys a little bit about what happened to Yunez in the city of Forney. What happened was he was pulled over by the police
For what?
in Forney, Texas.
For what?
Because Yunez had gotten to a fender bender.
I
That's
got a
what
car
happened.
accident. Okay.
Hey, you guys doing? Good to see everybody. Thank you for coming. And Yunez had gotten to a fender bender, and I have the video I'm going to release. This is what the green screen was for.
He hasn't
We
released it
shot
yet, by the way.
insert shots today, and so you guys are going to get to see it. And what happened? What went wrong with in Yunez's stop, where Yunez was put in torture cuffs?
Torture
And the
cuffs.
reason
Take a drink.
why he's filing a civil federal rights lawsuit against the city of Forney and against the Forney Police Department. Here's the reasons why. I'm going to explain it because there's a video coming out in the next 48 hours. It's going to take me a day to edit this thing together that we shot today.
I can't wait to
It's going
see
to take
it.
me a couple days to get it done. But the first,
I might cover it in my
the
next video. Who
first
knows?
mistake that Yunez made and that you might make.
Uh-oh.
And if you're not prepared to be pulled over by the police, this is how you prepare. The very
Ooh,
first
let's get
one
ready.
is you want to
He's
have
gonna
your
teach us
data
something.
on one card. Yunez did not have his data on one card. He did not have his information, his insurance, his registration, and his and proof of insurance on one card. He didn't have it. His driver's license.
All right. I'm already going to jump in with this because I want to say something about that. That is the most impractical idea I've heard in a long time. If you have your registration, your license, and your insurance all laminated together, what are the odds of them expiring on the same date? So when your driver's license expires, you have to get a whole new laminated thing when you get your new one. And he's not telling you to put your driver's license and laminate it. He's saying to make a copy of it and laminate the copy. You know how easy it would be for identity thieves and people who want a fake ID to just put their face on there and make a Xerox copy of it and laminate it? Why would the cops accept that? And a lot of places now have like you like a credit card or a barcode on the license. So all the cops have to do is bloop in the computer and it tells them all the information. If you have just a laminated, anyway, it's stupid. It's a dumb idea. And so already this guy's saying stupid nonsense.
Insurance and proof of registration, he didn't have it on one card. And so then when he had to call to get his insurance card from his wife, that's when things went bad. That's when the cop took the phone out of his hand. And just so you guys know, he also didn't have the trifold. He didn't have a way to tell the police.
Oh, sales pitch.
I'm not going to answer any questions. He didn't have. He is a foreigner.
Later on, he offers
He's only
to
been in America
give those
since
away for free to his
2015.
followers.
He's a family man. He's got a wife and 3 kids.
That's not going to help
He's
you in
no way
if you get pulled
aggressive
over.
at all whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. He didn't have a way to communicate properly with the police. Number one, he didn't have his driver's license, insurance, and proof of registration on one card. He didn't have that put together that way. It's not his fault.
This guy,
no. When
delete
you get pulled
laws.
over by the police, what happens? What's the first
Chili.
thing that happens to you? You're immediately.
He is an expert at
disoriented.
communicating with the police and knowing
Immediately
how, because that's why he
Because
got
you're
arrested
not
20
expecting to be
times.
pulled over. When I'm pulled over by the police, what I do is I slow it way down. I talk slow. I move slow.
Yeah.
Everything I do is slow.
Nice.
And then the second thing
But
is,
it's also
he
very
did not
passive aggressive.
have a way to communicate that he doesn't want to talk to them.
Oh.
He's from Morocco. He didn't want to talk to the
Oh,
cops,
so
but he just kept
is he
talking
really
and
from
talking and
Morocco or is he a
talking.
Moor?
You want to
I don't know.
pull out your
He hasn't posted
trifold
the
or a
video yet.
card or anybody else's who offers you something like this, and you want to say, I have the right to remain silent. I'm not going to speak any further.
Wow.
This is what should have happened immediately. Immediately, he should have had his driver's license, his insurance, and proof of
That's
registration on one
stupid.
card.
That's
He should have
dumb.
then immediately said, here is this. I do not answer
Don't give the cop
questions,"
that. The
and he
cop's
should
not
have
going to
given
look
this
at
to the
that.
cop. And the next time the cop asks you a question, you point and you say, I don't answer questions.
All right. First of all, I want to address that now as well. Here's the thing. All right. Any good lawyer will tell you when you get pulled over, you don't want to talk to the cop. So I see kind of where he's going with this, because they'll tell you, you give them the driver's license, you give them the insurance, you give them the stuff, but you don't have to say anything. That's fine. That, like I said, any good lawyer will tell you that. So I agree with that, and I get that. But you see how this guy is twisting that idea into, one, making this big laminated mess, which no cop is going to accept that, and then they're handing him Chili's pamphlet, which, again, I know later in the video he offers to give some free to his subscribers, but he's selling them. That's what he's trying to do. This is, so far, it's a sales pitch and a really, really bad idea. Anyway, let's get back into the stupid.
You point, you say, I don't answer questions right there. I have the right to remain silent. Show him the case law behind it. The cop was saying that he smelled alcohol in the car right here. The smell of marijuana doesn't work. The smell of alcohol doesn't work. The cop was making things up. When you guys hear and see Yunez's case, when you see what happened to this man.
Yeah, but you still haven't released the video.
Officer David Holm at the Forney Police Department, my friend, you're going to face a federal civil rights lawsuit against you, Officer Holmes, at the Forney Police Department. His name is Yunez, and I said Fornez. Forgive me. So you have to have your information put together on one card. This is mine. It's put together on one card. Driver's license, insurance, proof of registration, all on one card. You all need to do this. You don't want to be disoriented when the cops pull you over. You don't want to wonder what you should say or what you should do. It should all be set up for you in advance.
Wow.
And you don't have to give him the
This guy's
actual
so brilliant.
identification. You can show him a representation.
Yes,
of
you
your
do.
ID,
No, you
because when it
can't.
comes back, it's going to come back your height, your weight, your driver's license number, your insurance, your registration, your VIN number. You have to put this together.
No,
Go spend
that's a
just
stupid
10 minutes
idea.
at FedEx office or go to Office Max and
I've already
get
explained to
your
you why that's a
laminate
dumb
put
idea.
together, just like that. DUI checkpoint. You ever go through a DUI checkpoint? You don't even roll the window down. Simply present your driver's license and look forward. Don't even acknowledge those garbage men on the side.
Garbage men.
Garbage men work hard for their money. Police are parasites.
Oh, that's
now,
great.
there's the
That's,
first
this
thing.
guy's
The
awesome.
second thing is the cop is going to say things to you. Remember, Yunez's parents, who were in town from Morocco, speak no English. And the cop said, let me see your ID. You then turn to the page where it says, give me your ID. And you show him, no, my parents don't have to show you ID. It's right there. It's right there. My parents don't have to show you my ID. It's right there. You don't want to give cops your information, not your phone number, not your email.
No, because then they might
Is
find
this
your
the
criminal
address you live
record
at?
if you have
right
one.
there. Just point at it and you tell them, I'm not going to give you any information. You do not give police your information. You don't do that.
You give them your ID.
They're data collecting on you. Now, I'm really busy doing a few
Conspiracy
things, but
theories.
just so you know, here in Forney, there is a Facebook page called We Are Forney. And there are I have friends all over the country who support that we need checks and balances on police. But the first thing is you have to have your driver's license, insurance, and proof of registration ready to go on a card, just like this. And then the second thing is you have to have a pamphlet to speak for you. And the first one is you do not answer questions. You do not answer questions. You have a Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. Simply show this to the officer, point right there, and you say, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's it. And then you stop talking. Stop talking. Because when we went to file a complaint at the police department the other day, the cop said, oh, I was nice to you. We had a nice conversation. There should have been no conversation. There shouldn't have been a conversation.
Oh,
because you should have shown him your Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and you should have stopped talking. And
No, you don't have to do all
he
that.
did not dislike
Give him
police.
the ID
He's
and
never
then
disliked police.
say,
We
I'm
have a
sorry.
heck of
You
a
know
video
what?
coming
I
out
don't
for
have
you
to
guys.
talk. That's
He
it.
never has had a problem with police. He's never been anti-cop. As a matter of fact, you'll hear him in his video. He says, I was the first person to say, if you have a problem, call the police. He says it himself in his own words. He's not anti-police.
Sounds like a smart guy to
Yunez
me.
has nothing but respect for people who wear uniforms. Did you know
Good.
that? Because he served in the military
Very good.
in his country in Morocco. And he's here as an American. He's only been American for 7 years.
Oh.
He has nothing but respect for police and firefighters.
Good.
He's never had any.
He
Listen,
should.
I don't like cops. I don't respect cops. I don't like you if you're a cop.
Yeah,
The cop
I
who died on
know.
the side of the road. You know what? God have mercy on his soul because I just don't have it. Sorry.
Oh,
And
I
for the
wonder
people
why,
in
you
Forney,
piece of.
Let's talk about you
Oh,
next.
you're
Let's talk
garbage.
about it. So you have to have this trifold. You should
No,
have it
you
in your
don't.
car. It goes in your visor.
You're trying to
You
sell
don't answer
something.
questions if they say they smell marijuana, if they say they're going to search your car. Everything the cop is going to say, if the cop tells you to watch your mouth, it's up there. Here's the case law. You don't have to watch your mouth. If they tell you they're going to pat you down, pat down your body, here's exactly what you say. If they tell you, don't film me, here's exactly what you show them. I can film cops anytime I want. If they say, give me your
I'm
ID,
sure that's
show
going to
them
work.
this. If
Like
they say, open your glove
handing a
box, your glove
cop
box is a
a
sacred container
trifold
protected by your
that you bought from
constitutional
some
rights.
idiot
If
on
they
the
say they're going to
internet
search your
is
car,
going
that's
to
what they
get
say.
you out of
This is on
trouble.
indestructible paper. I made this for you guys.
Indestructible
I'll give it
paper.
to you for free if you can't
Wait a
afford to
minute.
buy it.
Wait a minute.
I'll give this to you for free.
Okay,
No
I
charge.
know. Like he's going to offer it for free for his subscribers. Wait a minute. Did he say that he printed it? He made it on indestructible paper? So it's made out of lead? What are you? What? This guy is so stupid. He fell off the stupid tree and hit every branch on the way down. Ah, what an idiot. Oh, I can't believe he said that. I'll give you one for free if you can't afford it, but you're going to have to buy one eventually because I put it on indestructible paper. Because he's a Superman, I guess. He's got paper from another planet or something. Oh, man, this guy. The dumb just keeps building.
Just send me an email. I'll send it to you for free. I got about 10 people waiting for me to unlock the Google Drive, and I'll get on that as soon as I get off this live. You don't have to give me a dime. Get this in your car. Print it out at Kinko's and keep it. And never, ever talk to the police, ever. Don't talk to them. They're not your friends. They hate you. They're training that you're the enemy, that they want to take you to a dungeon. That's their whole goal.
He said dungeon, take a drink.
So you should have this in your car at all times, right? Let me talk. You don't have to let that cop talk. It's your God-given right to interrupt him. Is that a threat? These are the fighting words. I didn't say fighting words, okay? It says no highway parking. If you pull over to film someone, you show them. I can park on the highway anytime I want. Show them this. You don't speak. You do not speak. You have to
Parking
answer my
on a
questions.
highway is definitely not dangerous.
I smell marijuana, or I'm going to revoke consent. If someone's car is being searched, if you see anybody's car or them being searched, you go up to them and you say, do you know you can revoke consent? Tell the cop. You have to verbally tell him, I revoke consent. You have to say it out loud.
And that's where the I do not consent, I do not consent, I do not consent came from.
If you want to buy the indestructible paper, go to
So if I shoot somebody in the face and the cops come and arrest me, I do not consent to being arrested. Just let me go. And then they have to let me go because I said it out loud.
Who are sending me screenshots? Did you know that?
Did you know that? Did you know that?
Why is that? How come so many people?
I know that you're an idiot.
Why is that? Because now I want to ask the people of Forney something who are going on and saying things. Let me ask you a question. Have all of your interactions with the police been pleasant? Has it been just hunky-dory for you? Are we living in Leave It to Beaver Town? Is that what's going on? Or are the police an absolutely dystopian idea of what justice is?
You think we live
That's the reason why I'm here. That's the reason why I exist.
Leave It to Beaverland.
The reason why I'm the way I am is because I've been abused by police 20 times.
20 times.
Put in the dungeon for no reason. I've been arrested.
Dungeon, take a drink.
The chief of police lie about me and say that I admitted that I was a criminal.
Evidence.
That I was a drug dealer.
Evidence.
I watched Michael Moore, chief of police of LAPD, when he was a detective, lie on the stand, and then I watched Shapiro tear him apart.
Okay.
So all these people in Forney who are on We Are Forney that are saying things, soul search. Be honest with yourself. How many good interactions have you had with cops?
Well, if I don't
None.
talk trash and
you've had
act
maybe
like a
one
jerk,
or two if they really like you.
I've had one or two bad interactions with cops, actually, but not one or two
I'm just
good.
telling you, man. So
but I'm not a passive aggressive bunghole either.
Your little blurbs on there, and people said, "Who I'm evil." Why do I exist?
I don't.
Why do I
because your parents had sex.
Why is there me? How come there is? There's me because there's them. I exist. I am not the symptom. I'm what came out from being abused. The reason why there's thousands and thousands and thousands of people who support what we're doing here is because people are being abused by the police. And you guys here, the Forney PD, I forgot the guy's name, David, David Holmes. You guys understand
this guy
what David
is
Holmes
so
at the Forney
sweet
Police Department did?
and so innocent that he got arrested 20 times.
David Holmes of the Forney Police Department, what he did,
If you
He
got
went to
arrested
a
for
fender
literally
bender
nothing,
and put Yunez in handcuffs, torture cuffs for 16
torture
and a
cuffs,
half
take a
minutes.
drink.
He went there, didn't act like an adult, acted like a subjective person who happened to be in the other car during a fender bender, and then he put him in torture cuffs.
Torture cuffs, take another
Yunez
drink.
is a badass. He's not a wussy,
Oh no.
but he's very calm, very mild mannered, very respectful. He's a Muslim.
Where's the video?
He doesn't
You haven't
drink
posted it yet.
alcohol. Within the first 5 minutes of the cop interacting with him at 9:30 in the morning, the cop said to him, "I smell alcohol," and Yunez laughed. He was with
Because he
his
doesn't drink.
mother
Okay.
from Morocco, who was in traditional Muslim headdress. Her hair was covered.
So that means
His
you don't
father
have to
is very
follow the law,
quiet
I
and
guess, huh?
cerebral, just like Yunez. You cops in Forney turned Yunez into me. Now he's never going to be me because he has respect for people in uniform. He already told me.
He just
It's on
said,
camera. He
you're
said, "I
not
have
going to be like
respect
me
for
because
people
you
who
have
wear a
respect
uniform.
for
I have
people."
respect for people who put their lives on the line." He's nothing like me, but he no longer trusts the cops, and that's why I'm here. That's why I exist. That's why that's why my life is what it is. Because the cops are abusing and hurting and torturing people, putting them in torture cuffs, taking them to a dungeon.
Torture cuffs, take a
abusing
drink.
them,
Dungeon,
and
take
then
a drink.
explaining as why it's okay. Let me tell you something, Mr. Holmes from the Forney Police Department. You're going to federal court, buddy. You're going to a federal court.
I'm sure he's
for
shaking in
deprivation
his
of rights under
boots.
the color of law, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes, then what he does, that freaking Einstein, he then confuses the guy who he's being kind to, the white guy. He then confuses him with Yunez's information and then tells you.
All right. So some people are asking in the chat, what's this Yunez thing all about? What happened was a friend of his named Yunez got in an accident. And during the interaction, the following interaction, they put him in cuffs while they detained him and found out what was going on. So since this guy hates cops so much, he's going off on this Yunez case. What did Yunez do? I don't know. He keeps saying that he's got the video of it, but he hasn't posted it yet. So I have no idea. Maybe the guy really was mistreated by the cops. Maybe even Delete Laws himself, Chili, was mistreated by the cops at some point. And yeah, you know what? Maybe that's true. And I am not going to sit here and say that that can't happen. I'm not that naive, right? But Delete Laws, Chili himself, says over and over that he's been arrested more than 20 times. You're going to tell me that you're walking down the street, minding your own business, whistling a happy song, and then a bunch of cops just grab you and beat you up for no reason 20 times, that they just do that to you for no reason, no reasonable suspicion. There's nothing about you that would make them want to do that. They just do that because cops are evil. I cannot believe that. I can't. There's just no possible way. I've had some bad interactions with the police myself. I have. But like I said, out of all the interactions I've ever had with the cops in my lifetime, maybe 2, maybe 3 times they did something that I wasn't happy about. But nobody ever tortured me. Nobody ever threw me in a dungeon. This guy's a nut.
Yunez's wife and parents that he has a concealed carry license and that he has a gun in his console. It's the most crazy story you've ever heard. Yunez told him from the beginning he didn't have a gun. Yunez told him from the beginning he doesn't have a concealed carry and he doesn't have a gun on him. The cop then manufactures aloud that he has a gun on him, and he says, "Put the gun down." I can't wait for you guys to see this video. I can't wait.
I can't wait
But
to
the
see
whole
it
point
either.
is
It
what I'm
sounds
trying
juicy.
to say. What I'm trying to say, plain as day, is that the people of Forney, and we are Forney, right? You've been abused by the police too.
Oh no.
You've seen the cops hiding on the side of the road to make you the city's piggy bank. You've seen the cops arrest your brother, cousin, best friend, lover. You've seen it. But
I
you've
have?
chosen your
Oh no, the
fear
people of Forney have
over your
seen it.
reality. That's the fact.
Oh.
Every person who has backed the blue,
Yeah.
they're really afraid. That's the truth. And if you
It
really
is?
soul search yourself as you listen to me talk and you say, "Oh, this guy's fully."
How about you don't break the law? How about that? You ever think of trying that?
Really? I'm evil as I go from place to place helping people who've been cheated.
I don't
by
think
the
you're evil. I
cops?
think you're
I'm
stupid.
evil? You sure about that? Are you sure about that? I don't think that's quite true. And then the other guy on the debate the other day said I was a sociopath.
the other guy in the debate.
I
That was
watched a
Team
guy a few
Skeptic.
minutes ago get jumped by the cops and get beat up, and I literally felt anger go through my blood. That's a feeling. That's empathy for another person. So
Oh,
the
unless
people of
it's a cop,
Forney,
then there's
and
no
we are
empathy.
Forney, I'm addressing you guys directly. Just be honest. It's happened to you.
Oh, and
It's
let me
happened
tell
to
you
a
guys
lot.
this. I don't know if
You
you
were
guys know
pulled
about
over
this.
when a
Hold
cop
on.
was hiding.
Listen, I want to address this real quick. So, this guy, Chili, delete laws, right? There was a cop who got in a car accident and died. And there's a little memorial set up for him on the spot where he had the accident and died. And they had a police flag, a blue line flag on the spot where he died as a memorial. Chile, delete laws went up there, took down the memorial flag, and put up a regular American flag, the red, white, and blue, Old Glory. And I support red, white, and blue. I support Old Glory. But all these guys love to make this big argument that the blue line flag is a desecration of the American flag. But here's the thing, it's black, white, and blue. Why? Because they don't want to desecrate the American flag. They're not taking red, white, and blue, Old Glory, and drawing a blue line across it. It's not the American flag because it's not red, white, and blue. That's why it's black and white with a blue line, because they don't want to desecrate the American flag. But you want to desecrate this guy's memorial. Now, again, replacing it with American flag, I get it, but how would you like it if you put something on, like you go to the cemetery or your parents' grave and you put something on there and then somebody comes and takes it and swaps it out for something else? That's disrespectful. But this guy's, anyway, that's a whole nother story for another day.
It was the middle of the night and you went through a red light, but it was 3:00 in the morning, and your time you can never get back. So instead of sitting at that red light at 3:00 in the morning, you went through the red light and there was a cop hiding, couldn't wait to arrest you and take you to a dungeon. And you experienced that. I just read a story from a guy who was
Hey,
asleep in
Team
his
Skeptic
car.
is in
He
here.
was asleep in his car, and they did
How you
a
doing,
welfare
buddy?
check. A welfare check is when you check to see if someone's okay. And instead of the welfare check, they checked on him all right, but then they put him in shackles and took him to a dungeon. Thanks
Dungeon,
a lot
take
for
a
coming
drink.
by, cops. I really appreciate it. And then let me answer your questions in We Are Forney. Do I hate cops? Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
know.
I despise you. I
Yes.
despise cops.
Well, I
I don't
know.
want to feel that way. I want to respect and like cops. I want a
You
third party
can't.
organization over the top of cops who film them and watch them. But until that happens, I despise you. And I think you've wasted your life. And just to the family who's got the son or the stepson guarding. And by the way, you know what they did? They took down the American
Oh,
flag.
James Blunt, thank
and
you
they
for the super chat.
reposted the blue stripe flag. They reposted a flag that terrorizes half of the people. And they said, oh no, blue lives matter. No, your flag is a terrorist flag. Your flag is what people fear. People fear you. When you're driving down the road,
Oh,
someone
thank
pulls
you, Team
behind you, who are
Skeptic.
you
Thank you
afraid
very
of? You're
much.
afraid of the cop. When you're driving down the road, do you say, oh, look out for gangsters? No. What do you say? You say, look out for cops. They're hiding. They become our piggy banks. So if you listen to Chris Hedges,
This guy
is a great thinker, and he reads a lot of philosophy and he reads a lot of information. Chris Hedges
Who
said
cares?
that in the 80s, when the corporations stopped paying their taxes, the cities, municipalities, and states then turned to tax the people. And how did they tax the people? Through fining them, through tickets. That's when the red light camera was invented, to make sure that if you go through a red light, even when no one's around, you need to pay the city for doing
As
that.
always,
3
traffic
o'clock
laws
in the
have nothing
morning,
to
and
do
you're
with
not allowed to
safety
drive through a red light at 3 o'clock in the morning. Why is that?
because
You
it's
can look
against
left,
the
you can look
law.
right, there's nobody around. How come you can't drive through a red light at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why is that? Why does the city need your money for driving
It's
through
not-
a red light at 3 o'clock in the morning? Maybe stoplights need to be rethought and reinvented. Maybe
Maybe
in
you need to shut
2021
up.
with the digital era, we can change stoplights. Just maybe. Do you think maybe we can change stoplights so that you don't have to sit there at 3 o'clock in the morning? Do you think maybe we can change that cops can't pull you over anymore for any other reason than you're a reckless driver and you're a danger to others?
In
That's what
Philadelphia,
people need to be
actually,
pulled
I
over
think
for.
they
But instead, the
made
reason
it
why
where
I
cops can't
despise
pull
you
you
nasty
over for
pigs is because
low-level
you
traffic
hide
stops
out.
anymore.
You're the night. You're the terror in the night. You're the fear. You're the darkness. I'm not the fear. I'm not the darkness. I'm not the
Yes,
evil.
you are.
You are.
No.
You signed up to do that, and I have no respect for you. And when you die, I go to your Facebook page and I say, may you burn in hell for what you've done to people.
What a
I feel
horrible
bad about
human
it.
being.
I talk to God all the time. I say, God, forgive me for having these feelings. I listen back. I'm waiting for God to tell me it's okay, Chili, or you're going to get over it, Chili.
He's trying to,
I'm waiting
through
for
us.
God to answer my question. God, why do I feel this immense amount of hatred for
Because
police?
you're an idiot.
Oh, getting arrested at 22 for jet skiing at 6 p.m., taken to a dungeon. Getting
Dungeon,
arrested
take a drink.
at 23 years old for not having my ID in my pocket. Even though I knew my driver's license number, he took me to the dungeon. 3 days
Dungeon,
that
take a
time,
drink.
3 days the next time. Being railroaded in LA when I was 26 or 27, charged with 5 felonies when I hadn't broken the law. Put in a dungeon, charged with 5 felonies.
Dungeon,
watching
take
the
a
chief
drink.
of police lie and say that I admitted I was a drug dealer. And then Shapiro tore him apart. If you're new to my videos, then you don't know the whole story. But
Okay,
long
so
story
that's
short, I hired
3.
Shapiro and Michael Moore lied on the stand.
You got
Did
arrested
the
20
police
times.
then charge Michael Moore for lying on the stand? Did they charge him? He lied about me on the stand. It was plain as day. Shapiro walked him in a circle. He said, you raided his house with a SWAT team. Yes. Did you record that? Yes, we did. Did you kick down his door? Did you record that? Yes, we did. Okay, you searched his house for evidence. Did you find the evidence? No. What did you find? You found this much marijuana. Did you record that? Yes, we did. And then you took him out of the bathtub when he was naked and you shackled him like a pig. Did you record that? Yes, we did. And then when he confessed to being a drug dealer, did you record that? No, we didn't. The whole courtroom went, ooh. And these are people who don't know me. Was Michael Moore charged with perjury?
Hey,
Was he
keeping
charged
it
with filing a
criminal. How
false
you
police
doing,
report
buddy?
against me? He said that I admitted to
Team
being a drug
Skeptic,
dealer, but
keeping
they
it
didn't
criminal.
record
We're
my
getting a good
confession.
crowd right now.
It's just preposterous. It's just preposterous. And so, to the people who are Forney, it's happened to you.
Yeah.
You're going by what your family says or what your fear says.
And what
but
the
it's
law
happened to
says.
You've been pulled over at 2:00 in the morning and this cop has said, where are you going? And where are you coming from? And what are you doing? If you just comply, you're not going to have a problem. Is that true?
Right.
Is that true?
Yes.
Or has it happened to you? And
Yes,
now you
I've
decided to back the
complied and
blue, so it doesn't
been
happen
let
to
go,
you
no
too.
problem.
And then you get pulled over and you say, I'm just going to my girlfriend's house and I'm just coming back from my mom's house and I was just going to the restaurant and I'm just doing these things.
And they say,
and
oh, okay.
every single thing you say, the cop is trying to figure out a way to charge you, to take you to a dungeon. And
Dungeon, take
and
a
that's what we're
drink.
dealing with. And that's what we're dealing with in America. It's never ending. I'm not evil. I've got a mom. I got sisters. I got a brother.
Like
I got
I
a
said,
family.
you're
I
not
love them
evil.
all.
You're
I have deep
stupid.
empathy. I'm full of love.
I'm
I break
full of
down
love,
and I sob.
but he
and I
loves to take
cry
people into
when I see
cages and
people
beat
get
the crap
cheated
out
and
of them,
abused
right?
and raped and murdered by the police. And I do mean the word raped. Yes.
Oh,
Literally.
yeah.
Literally.
He gets into
And I hear their
later
story
on his-
and they call me on the phone. I have so many emails. I have so many emails in my email box. I can't answer them all.
Do you have
People who
evidence?
tell me their story. I was
Do you
sitting
have
on a
proof?
park bench. Cop walked up to me, asked me what I was doing. Next thing I know, I was in the dungeon.
Dungeon,
The people
take a
of Forney,
drink.
don't act like you're asleep. It's happening to you too. Don't act like you're not a victim of the police. You are. Because
Oh,
there's no checks and balances on cops. I talk about the three
none.
police
They
commissions.
don't
No one even
exist.
knows what I'm talking about.
Yep.
What's the Wickersham? What's the Knapp? What's the
No
Mullen
such thing
Commission?
as
Have you
cops
been to
that
my
get in
website,
trouble.
Delete Laws, and downloaded the Mullen Commission for free? Have you done that?
For
This
free.
trifold I talk about, I sell it. This is how I make money.
Yeah, I
$25
know.
for a hard copy. $15 for
25
download.
bucks.
But guess
Wait
what?
a minute.
You got the money. I'll give it to you for free.
Hold on
Oh
a
man,
second.
I'm just a
Wait a
capitalist
minute.
all the way,
Hold
aren't
on.
I? I'll give.
Wait. For anyone who wasn't here, earlier he said that his trifold is made out of some sort of, he didn't say this word, I did. He said it was made out of indestructible paper. So he has this magical paper that cannot be destroyed. And he uses it to make his $25 trifold that you're supposed to use to get out of a ticket. Walking contradictions, are we much? Holy crap.
Anybody who wants it for free, but I'm just full of hatred and I'm evil. It's me. I'm the problem.
Yep.
I am actually the result of the problem. I have gotten here because
Take it easy,
the
kid.
problem is the cop situation. The problem is an unchecked authority. That's the problem. The problem is absolute power and giving cops autonomy to decide.
Hey, Jennifer
They'll
joined. Thank
investigate
you.
themselves. And you know what they
Lady
decided?
Point, thank you
No
for
one
the
did
super
anything wrong.
chat.
And they investigated Yunez's case. You know what they're going to come back with? They didn't do anything wrong. That's what they're going to say. You're going to court, David. You're going to federal district court, David. You're going to court, David.
And
David, David, the guy who
Did he go to
I can't
court?
remember-
Was he
David
found
Holmes,
guilty?
he literally told the guy's wife and parents that
Literally.
I looked up your name and you have a concealed carry license and you just told me you carry a gun in your console. Roll the tape back. He said, I don't have any weapons. There's no gun in the car. When the other cop gets there,
Where's the video? You
Officer
keep
Holmes
talking about you're going to
tells
show
his
this video, but
superior,
you
Mr.
still haven't
Smith,
posted it to your channel
hey,
yet.
he could have a gun in his truck. What does a cop think when one cop tells him he might have a gun in his truck? Watch him. He's very aggressive. Wait till you
Yeah.
guys see the actual video.
Yeah,
It
I
is
can't
so
wait.
atrocious.
I might tear it
People
down
of
in my
Forney
next
who
video.
hate
I
me
don't
or
know.
call me evil. When I show you what happened to Yunez, are you still going to feel that way? When you see the actual video of Officer
Oh,
Holmes,
another super
of
chat from
Mr.
Jennifer. Thank
Holmes,
you.
creating fabricated lie after lie after
Yes.
lie. Is it still me?
Jennifer, you are the one who
Or
talked me
am
into
I
the join.
here because the Forney Police Department investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing? Is that why I'm here? That's why I'm here. That's what I'm doing here. That's why I'm alive. That's my existence. That's what I'm supposed to do. Because I don't have a filter and I don't care if you like me. I don't care. I don't care if you are a fan
No,
of me.
he
I don't
doesn't.
care
He
if you
just
support
yaps
me. Don't
forever.
care. I tell people who have bought my products, who have sent me support, I tell them, I'm not going to do anything you want me to do. I'm going to do exactly what I want to do because this system has to be changed from the bottom to the top.
Oh, yeah,
All the
yeah,
way
yeah.
through.
Okay,
It has
yeah.
to be changed. I'm not bought. No one's paying for me. No
Oh,
one's paid
Trans,
for my
I'm
loyalty.
sure he will only show
Nobody,
his
and
bits,
they
but we'll
never
see
will.
when the
It'll
video's
never
done.
happen. But I'm reading how I'm an evil man. I'm evil. Really? Let's just talk about the cop whose blue striped terrorist flag I tore off of the site where he was killed. Not his grave.
Oh,
not
hello.
property. I tore the flag down on the side of the road where they fly a blue terrorist flag. That
Wow,
half
now
of
my
us
chat's
at
starting to
least
move pretty
see the blue
fast. I'm
terrorist
trying to
flag,
keep
and
up.
we hate it. We see it as a symbol of terror, of absolute terror. I tore that flag down. I put up an American flag after they replaced it with the blue stripe flag. Just so you guys know, the family
Oh, he's
of
talking
that
about
man who
it.
died, how long was he a cop for? Do you know what he did to people? Do you have any idea what it's like to
Yeah,
be
he
put in
arrested
torture cuffs for
criminals.
10 minutes behind
Torture
your back
cuffs,
super
take a
hard?
drink.
Yunez was put in cuffs for 16 and a half minutes.
Oh,
16 and a
no.
half minutes. His hands,
16 minutes.
when I
in
show you the
handcuffs.
shot of the video, his
Oh.
hands are beet red, and he's only had the
Oh.
cuffs on for 2 seconds. He said it was immediate pain.
Wow.
But he couldn't even think about that because what he was thinking about next is what's going to happen to me next?
Ooh.
I didn't do anything but get in a car accident.
Oh.
And immediately he's put in torture cuffs.
Torture cuffs,
tortured.
take a drink.
What was Yunez's mistakes? He didn't have his license, registration, and
He didn't
insurance
have
on
my
a laminated
special
card.
magic laminated
And as
card.
soon as the cop pulls you over, you are disoriented. Like it or not, you're going to be disoriented. You need to have all your information on one laminated card. I have 2 of them.
I debunked that earlier.
In case that pig takes my card
In
from
case
me.
that.
Like they took away the guy's handicap placard and they took away the guy's license in Ohio, in Ironton, Ohio. Guess what,
Okay.
Ironton? I'll see you guys soon. The
Oh,
police in
great.
Ironton, I'll
Can't
see you
wait
guys
for
real
that.
soon. And I'm going to expose your cops and we're going to get a
Oh.
federal lawsuit against the cop who did it to my friend in Ironton, Ohio. It's coming next. And then I'm heading over to Brookside, Alabama, and I'm heading over to Hot Springs, Arkansas.
No, please
And
don't
why
travel
is
all over
that?
the
Let me
country
ask you
doing
guys
this
a question.
nonsense. What are you
Why
auditing
is it
America
I'm
now?
traveling the country helping people who've been
Because
cheated by
you're
the
an
police?
idiot.
Oh, because I'm evil?
No,
I
because you're
read what you wrote in
stupid.
Forney. You said he's just an evil POS. Really? The guy who's got the blue flag on the side of the road? I guarantee you, if you stacked up my life to his, he would go down as the evil one for what he did to people. For
Arrest
how he
people?
treated human beings, how he put them in handcuffs and tortured them, how he took them to a dungeon and charged them with
Dungeon,
frivolous
take a
crimes that
drink.
weren't true, how he fleeced them, how he cheated them. If you're one of those sons or
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. I got to address that now. All right. So, what he's talking about right now is, and for anyone who missed it earlier, there was a cop who was in a car accident. He died, and they set up a memorial for the cop. And because he was a cop, they had a blue line flag on his memorial, the spot where he died. So Chile, delete laws, this guy, he went in there, took out the blue line flag and put an American flag, whatever. But what he's saying is, hey, that guy's dead. Well, he was a cop. So he's talking about he tortured people, he threw people in a dungeon, he did this, he did that, he did. All he knows about this cop is that he died in a car accident. So these are baseless accusations that he's just assuming that because the guy was a cop, he did all these horrible, evil, terrible things to people. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know anything about the guy except that he's dead. The narrative never matches the content. They're building a false narrative, building a false narrative. That's what these guys do. That's what these guys thrive on. Oh, boy, oh boy. More of this idiot. Let's go.
Your daughters of that fallen police officer, really sorry your feelings are hurt right now. Really sorry your father made that decision to go be a cop. You know why? Because you can't sign up to be a cop and remain good. You can try, you won't get promoted. You can try, you're not going to advance. You can try, you'll never be leader, ever. Read the Mullen Commission. It's on delete laws. On delete laws. It's free.
Wow.
Everything I offer, you can get for free. My poster, my ebook, everything.
Oh.
Yunez didn't have his license and registration. If I could do this for you, I would. You would be able to download your insurance and driver's license and proof of registration on a card. If
that
I
would
wish
be
you could send me your stuff and
horrible.
I'd do it for you so you had it in your car so that you didn't talk to those dirty pigs.
You
And then when
can't
the cops
do
come up to talk
that.
to you, you immediately have to tell them, I invoke my Fifth Amendment right. You have to show them a piece of paper and don't talk
No,
to
you
them.
don't.
Because just you guys saw.
You get pulled over and
Yunez
you
and I
have
went
to
the
show
police
them my
department
piece of
to complain,
paper.
They said, oh, I was nice to you. We had a nice conversation. But just so you know, Yunez was being tortured with torture cuffs.
Torture
and he
cuffs,
was
take a
constantly
drink.
being threatened that he could be arrested for reckless driving for getting an offender bender. And so he was acquiescing. He said here today in front of the green screen, he said, Chili, listen, I was saying anything I could to get out of those cuffs and not be taken to a dungeon. I was agreeing
Dungeon,
with
take a
them.
drink.
He said, I was saying things that weren't true just to get out of the cuffs and not be taken to a dungeon. That's
Dungeon,
what
take a
Yunez told me
drink.
today. That's what he told me today. But it's me.
Yes, it's
The
you.
city of Forney. Why am I here? Why am I here right now, Forney Police Department?
How many
Why
times
am
do
I
I have
here?
to tell
I'm
you?
here because David
Because-
Holmes abused a man, accused him of having a gun, told his parents he had a concealed carry license, told his wife he had a concealed carry license, told his partner he had a gun in the truck, told Yunez that he had a gun in his console, and none of those things are true. Not a single one of them.
Okay.
Not a single word is true.
Oh.
They
Not a
told
single
the
word you
man
say is
he
true
had
either,
a
but that's
concealed
okay.
carry license. He does not. The
Oh.
dumb officer Holmes confused the other guy who got into a fender bender. The other guy
Okay.
had a
He
concealed
charges
carry
$25
license,
for
and
it,
he applied that
but
to
he's
Yunez.
offering to give them to people for free to get them
But I'm
hooked,
evil.
right? Like a
But
drug
I'm evil.
dealer. And they
I'm
said he was a
here
drug dealer. That's
doing
one of the things he got
God's work.
arrested for.
You know why? Because
Oh,
may
he's
God
gonna
have
bring God
mercy
into
on
it.
all
Hold
of
on.
us if
Let
we
me pause
continue
this.
with.
So yeah, he charges for the thing, but he charges $25 for a piece of paper, but he gives them out for free to get people hooked, right? To get them like, hey, look, where'd you get that piece of paper? Oh, I got it from this guy, Delete Laws. Go to his website and download it for $25. It's all part of his sales pitch. It's how he gets people into whatever. This guy's an idiot. And he just keeps going and going and going. Let's see, we're only like halfway done with this thing. This guy was on for like an hour before and Skeptic, he was talking about you earlier in this. I don't know if you saw it, but yeah, he's got this thing going with Blue Bacon where for anyone who doesn't know what's going on with him and Blue Bacon right now, Blue Bacon challenged Delete Laws to a debate. Delete Laws insists that he wants it on his channel. And of course, Bacon wants it on his channel. So they're fighting over like each one is, but basically Chili is saying, oh, see, he's a coward. He won't debate me. No, he will. But there has to be a setup for the debate. I've read their emails back and forth. It's just, this guy being an idiot arguing with him over like, here, let's debate. Okay, well, what are the rules of the debate? Oh, see, there you go, setting rules again, trying to be a tyrant, just like these stupid, and it's nonsense, but whatever. Here we go.
With an unchecked, authoritarian, despotist police department. Despotism, absolute total control. You can't even shrug your shoulders when a man grabs you or you're resisting arrest. You dirty pigs. Every time you put your hands on me, I take them off of me because I'm trained. Don't touch me, dude. Keep your hands off me.
And you wonder why you got arrested 20
times. But now you have
times.
the right to touch me. We've created laws and we've created people who are just sucking the boot, sucking the cop stick. Oh, cops can't do anything wrong.
Please.
You know what? to the guy who
Cops
died,
can't
to
do
the
anything wrong.
family.
Never said
Is there
that.
any video?
No one's ever
got any
said
video
that.
footage? Anybody got any body cam footage of what he did? What he did to people? You guys think I'm being mean to a dead guy?
Yeah.
I'm not being mean to a dead guy.
Yes, you are.
Who are the victims of that cop? How many people are victims of that
You
cop?
have no idea.
That's
You
what
know
I wanna
nothing
know.
about
I'm
him.
here in Forney, the cop who died. Anybody who's a victim of that cop, spread this message. Anybody who's a victim of that cop, let me know. The cop who died, they put a blue striped terrorist flag on the side of the road. The cop
Terrorist
who died,
flag?
I don't even know his
He
name.
calls the
And
blue
I
line
don't
flag a
care. I
terrorist
don't give
flag?
a flying. I don't care.
See,
don't
he
care.
literally is admitting he doesn't
How
know
many
anything
people
about the
were
guy.
a victim of that cop? How many people got cheated by that cop? How many people did that cop hurt? How many people did that cop take to a dungeon?
You have
And
no
now
idea.
They took
That's how
down the
many.
American flag and put up a blue terrorist flag.
Terrorist
They went
flag.
and took
Man, we should
down
do a
the
drink
Amer-
every time he says
Why
that
isn't
now.
the American flag good enough to commemorate the death of a fallen person?
Nobody
Of a
said
fallen-
it wasn't good
I can't
enough,
even say it. I
but
can't even say it.
it
I'm
was
sorry.
a memorial for a dead man,
Of a fallen
and you
police
desecrated it.
officer. Why isn't the American flag good enough? Why does it have to be your gang flag? Why is that?
It's
How come
not a
that is? I'm just
gang.
wondering.
You
I'm just
guys are a
asking for friend
gang.
here. How come it has to be the
Asking
gang
for
flag?
what an
Why is that?
a-hole.
Why do you have to have a gang flag flying? I put up an American flag. I went and paid for the flag. I put the flag up. Why can't it be an American flag? Are you guys too good for that? You guys are too good for that?
Why is it okay
It's
for you
just
to
incredible.
desecrate
It's
a
just
spot,
absolutely
a
incredible.
memorial for a
The
dead
words I
man?
read today from We Are Forney, the people who are on We Are Forney, saying this man is evil. The people who wrote that, and I
Yeah.
just want to ask you, search your soul,
They think you're
search
evil
your heart,
because
be
you
honest.
desecrated a dead
How
man's
many times have you
memorial,
been a victim of
right?
the police? How many times have you been cheated by the police? How
What's
many
your
times have you been
definition of a
cheated?
victim? You got pulled
many?
over once? Oh, I'm a
You have
victim.
both flags there, Kennedy? Are both flags flying now, Kennedy? Is that what you're telling me? Oh, so you decided to fly the American flag along with the terrorist flag?
It's not a terrorist
One
flag.
one is the stars and bars. The other one is terrorism. The other one tells everybody around
Stars
that
and
there's
bars.
the blue team
Stars
and
and
then
stripes.
you. And if you go, by the way, if you study any police, no one's read it. The people of Forney, how many people here? Go ahead. The people of Forney, anybody who lives in Forney, if you've read the Mullen Commission, go ahead and let me know. How many people of Forney, Texas,
Are like
have read
you,
the
an
Mullen Commission?
idiot?
How many people? Go ahead.
Hopefully
how
not a
many is it?
lot.
How many is it? How many is it? It's none. It's absolutely zero. That's how many have read it here in Forney, because you never heard of it before just now. You never heard of what the Mullen Commission was before just now. You never heard it. Just admit it. You never heard it. You never heard it. You've never heard of the Mullen Commission. Why don't you just be honest? This is the first time you've ever heard of the Mullen Commission. Before this moment, you didn't know the Mullen Commission existed. It's Mollen, named after Milton Mullen, who ran the Mullen Commission.
Malt liquor.
The people
That's
of
what he's
Forney
thinking
have
about.
never read the Mullen Commission. All those people in We Are Forney, I challenge you now, and I will send you a free hard copy poster.
Ooh.
If you read the Mullen Commission, and then you come back and you have a conversation with me.
Yeah.
The truth is, you don't want to
Okay.
read the truth. The cops
Oh.
are absolute scum. They're scum.
No,
from top to bottom.
you are.
Every single cop, when he leaves his family and kisses his wife and kids,
He could
goes to
almost
work,
get
he's
killed.
scum. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm reading a case now currently, and I don't want to say where the case is because I'm going there next. But I'm reading a case now where a guy is charged with an absolutely ridiculous crime, and the district attorney is prosecuting it. So who's the evil one? The district attorney. We need checks and balances on top of checks and balances. So I teach this all the time for people who just don't know anything about me. It's your first time here. The third philosophy, the checks and balances philosophy of Montesquieu.
All right, I'm pausing it for a second real quick, because with all of his talking about the Mullen Commission, I decided to look it up while he was talking, and I just did. And here's what we got. The Mullen Commission, formerly the Commission to Investigate Allegations of Police Corruption and Anti-Corruption Procedures of the Police Department, commission created by New York City Mayor David Dinkins in 1994 to assess the extent of corruption in New York City Police Department. So once again, just like when he was talking to Skeptic, he's talking about something that happened in New York and applying it to a completely different city. There was police corruption in New York. So that means all cops everywhere are evil. pieces of scum because there was a commission created in the 90s in New York City. How does that make any sense? It doesn't.
Spirit of laws that the American Constitution is based upon, it's based on checks and balances. That's called Montesquieu. That's his name. He wrote the book called Spirit of Laws. Checks and balances doesn't go far enough. We don't have checks and balances on cops. What does the Knapp Commission say? What does the Wickersham Commission say? What does the Seabury Commission say? What does the Mullen Commission say? That without checks and balances on police, a third-party autonomous organization that has subpoena power and arresting power, you'll never have liberty. You'll never have freedom.
Right.
Never.
That's why we have those.
Look what's going on in policing from Maine to Alaska, from Florida to New York, from Oregon to Washington. We're seeing that cops are now hiding the body cam footage. If you're abused or you're killed or you're raped or you're murdered, then what happens is the police are hiding the body cam footage. That's what's happening.
Yeah, that's a
So
fact.
the
You
people
got
of
any
Forney,
evidence?
You're writing things about me, but why do I exist? How come I exist? Think about it. Let's just play it out. Why do I exist in
LOL,
this
trans
form?
girl.
Why do I know so much information about the foundation of
You
America,
don't.
about the spirit of laws, about checks and balances, about the social contract, about natural law? Why did I learn all those things? What I'm a meathead.
Yes,
like
yes.
to get in the
First
cage
thing
and
you said,
fight.
that's
Why
true.
would I learn those things? I was railroaded. I was cheated. I was charged. I was caged. I was sexually assaulted in
I don't
jail.
know. We
by the
might have to
guards.
stop this soon because he just keeps repeating himself now.
What? Because I don't break down crying about my sexual assault? It didn't happen. Is that what you're telling me? Because I'm now to the point where I have to do something about it. And now, because I don't break down in tears and say I'm a victim or I'm a survivor, then I wasn't sexually assaulted in jail by the guards? Is that what you're telling me?
No.
I have to
Nobody's
be a
saying
weeping
that.
willow. Oh, woe is me. Somebody help me. Right? I went through that.
Okay. Now,
And while I'm up and
I wanted to address that too because he mentions this a couple times. Listen. Hold on. All right. Look. If this guy really did have some sort of sexual assault occur by police, then obviously that's wrong. Obviously that's bad. But it's no different. What he's doing is absolutely no different from racism, except it's against the police instead of a particular race. I'll give you an example. Let's say that you're a racist white guy and a white guy steals your car and his name's Tony. Then you're going to say Tony's an asshole. But if you're a racist white guy and your car, the exact same situation, but it's a black guy who steals it, now all black people are assholes. It's the same thing here. Even if what he's saying is true and he did get assaulted by that cop that one time, that means every cop in the world is a horrible piece of crap and they need to be destroyed. And I'm a meathead cage fighter. Yeah, that's all he did when he was talking to Team Skeptic was threaten to beat him up in a cage. This guy is so aggressive. How am I supposed to believe, once again, that you're always just minding your own business, never bothering anybody and having a good day, and then all of a sudden you're getting attacked by cops 20 times. He keeps stressing the fact that it happened to him 20 times. Why would it happen 20 times if you're completely innocent and never do anything wrong? Again, one time, I'll give him that. I've had bad interactions with cops myself. 2 times, 3, maybe even. Okay, but 20 times, you're not just a sweet, innocent person not doing anything wrong, and the cops just for whatever reason randomly decided that they're going to start abusing you every chance they get. That doesn't happen. I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
I'm fighting people right now. I'm fighting this ridiculous system in Forney. That piece of garbage, David Holmes, he said everything about Yunez that was a lie. He made up things. He lied. And then the Internal Affairs Office called back Yunez. What do you think they're going to do from that? Hey, Forney Police Department, while you're watching this, you better listen real close to that body cam footage because I listened to it really well. And that Officer Holmes, needs to be relieved from duty. I talked to Yunez. There's a good chance if you fire him, he won't sue you guys. But if you don't, you're going to face a federal lawsuit. You're going to face a federal lawsuit. You guys took an alpha male who's very quiet, very reserved, very conservative, very humble. He would never call himself an alpha male. He would never say those words.
Yeah,
He wouldn't
Delete
even
Laws
go out
loves
of
doing that
sorts. He
alpha
wouldn't even
beta
step out
thing.
of line. He's not like me.
He
at
said
all.
Blue
We're
Bacon,
different. Let me
skeptic,
tell you something.
and
This guy's got power.
there was
He's
someone
got
else
real
that he
power.
called a beta in
And
his
you
community
guys
tab
cheated
too.
him. That's why I'm here. Why am I here?
Because you're
Why
an
is my
idiot.
existence here?
Because you're an
Why
idiot.
are so many people following and listening to what we're doing?
Because there's a lot of
Because of
criminals.
the cops. Because the cop who's got the memorial on the side of the road that everybody's wah, he died.
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
he
think
died.
He did to people?
He arrested them
Why do you
for
think I have
committing
no empathy?
crimes.
Why do you think I don't feel anything for him?
Because you're
Why
an
do you think I have
a-hole.
no empathy? Breathe easy. Don't break the law. That's what the cops made after they choked out Eric Garner.
Oh,
They choked out the guy on the street. Millions of people saw the video.
See,
the only people who got arrested was the guy who filmed the video. The cop who murdered the people on the street are still out at work. Was he eventually fired? Was he eventually fired?
probably. If he actually
Was he
did do
eventually
something
fired?
wrong, yeah. And I would support that.
I can't get into the comments because when I'm in this go mode like this, I can't tell who, and it doesn't really matter. You're not going to deter me. You're not going to deter me.
Okay. He's
And just so you know,
he's
this
talking
is
about me. I was
2022.
actually in his
When
comments
I
at
run
this
for
point.
governor in 2026,
When I run for
there'll be a
governor.
list of videos that I made of people.
Oh, I
who
can't
were
wait to see you
dramatically
get
and
smashed
awfully
in the
cheated by
polls.
both the police department and the district attorney. Yeah. And the city council member who hid the video. How come Ronald Green's video was hidden for 2 years and the cops who murdered Ronald Green in Louisiana are still on the job? How come Elijah McClain's video was hidden? How come Brandon Ellingson can be murdered by Anthony Piercy in Missouri and Anthony Piercy doesn't do any
all right.
prison
This
time?
guy-
He
hold on.
murdered him.
Man, this
How come
guy
that
still
is?
goes on for another half
That's why I
hour.
exist, and
Do you
that's
guys
why I'm
want me to
here.
just stop this
And
nonsense or
if it
what?
happened to you, you give me a call. And if you actually have a case, I'll come and I'll help you.
I'll come and I'll
man
help
that
you.
I am.
Unlicensed practice
It's
of
just
law,
absolutely
perhaps?
incredible. It's just absolutely incredible. If you guys go to the We Are Forney Facebook page, there's a whole big long blurb saying how evil I am. He's so evil. Really? Then let me tell you what evil does.
He's been harping
Evil
on
says,
that a
get
lot.
your license and your registration and your proof of insurance and get it on a card. You're going to be destroying it when these pigs pull
don't
you
do
over.
that.
Don't let
Do
them
not
take
do
advantage
that.
of
That's
that.
a
Don't
stupid
have to call
idea.
your wife to get your insurance. Get your insurance, your registration, and your ID.
You ever heard of a
on
glove
one
compartment?
laminated card.
Or do like Glenn
This is
Serial,
what
keep
you
it in your
have to
trunk.
do to protect yourself. Unfortunately.
No,
And
it's
don't
not.
speak
Don't
to those
listen to
dirty
him. He's an
pigs.
idiot.
They're trying to take you to a dungeon. They're trying to arrest you.
Dungeon, take a drink.
Yunez the cops came. Yunez called the police to get justice, is what he said on the video today. We recorded the video on the green screen today. He said, I called the cops to get justice because brake checking in Texas is illegal. He shows the cop the video that the guy brake checked him, and the cop says he's got a right to brake. The cop didn't know the law.
Brake checking is
Forney
yeah,
Police
that's
Department,
not
are you
good.
paying attention? Is it legal or illegal to brake check people? It's illegal. Does the video show that the guy brake checked twice? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And Officer David Holmes then says he can brake all he wants. Mr. Holmes, you piece of garbage. He cannot brake all he wants. It's illegal to brake check in the state of Texas. It's illegal. But it's me.
Team
But it's
Skeptic,
me.
I very much
I'm
appreciate
here
that. Thank
because
you, buddy.
you guys gave the man a ticket when you can see on the video that he got brake checked. It's
Yeah, he
illegal in the
just
state
keeps
of
repeating
Texas to
himself.
brake
Blah
check
blah
people.
blah. Who cares? All right. I'm probably gonna move on to something else. This guy just rambles on and on and on for another half hour with this nonsense. Oh my goodness. Well, what do we got? We got any requests? Anything else anyone wants to check out while we're here? Oh, you know what? I got something. This is part of the celebration of Silence Boy losing his channel. We're gonna go back to that for a second and play one of my greatest hits. Check this out. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I did it. Hold on. Sorry. I screwed that one up. I'm going to fix it right now. I'm getting better at this live stuff. That's for sure. Here it is. All right. Now we're ready, I think, to go with this. Yes. Check this out.
Get bitch.
All right. I want your money and I want your dignity.
This
and I'm
guy
taking
actually turned a
both.
new leaf. He's doing good
To
now.
quote my good friend Artie, come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come take it, bitch. Come
Rest
take
in
it,
peace,
bitch.
Schrodinger. Love you, man.
Come and take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
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 Take it, bitch.
Take it, bitch.
She spit in my face.
You're a fucking idiot.
She spit in my face.
Shot little thick dude.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put that up on iTunes. I want to put all my music on there. Yes, Schrodinger was a fan. He was the one that got me to take off. It was the first person who ever called me out was Cheeky Monkey, who I saw in here earlier. I don't know if he's still here. And then Law Talk with Mike did, and then when Schrodinger did, that's when it really went crazy, and I started getting some attention. All right, Jennifer, you got a generic badge. I spent hours creating custom badges, and you got a generic badge. I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know what happened there. So let's see what else is going on. Oh, in my community tab, I'm in the semifinals of the worst competition. It looks like right now it's come down to, I think the next round is going to be Silence Boy versus Amagansett Press. I got to look up the final tallies, and then beat up to build up. Yeah, right. Build up to getting these guys some of their own medicine. As this keeps growing and stuff keeps going on, I want to like get a background, do the whole green screen thing or whatever, and something other than just, the back of the wall. It's kind of boring to look at. And then I got my Rubik's Cube I was putting in the background. I'll never forget how you exploded and someone got so transpubic it made me cry and grow laughing. I'll be watching for sure. Yes. Consistency, putting out your content, keep it genuine, and you'll grow. Thank you, Team Skeptic, man. I've been a fan of yours forever. So it's an honor to have you in here. That's for sure. I love your stuff, man. Especially when you had, it was a while back, but you had this live stream where you were, you know what I'm talking about, the one where you maybe had a little too many and someone else was live streaming the same night. I think it was Toon, and you got a little upset about that. But then the next video you made about that, you like came at the camera like a boss, man. You nailed it. I was so proud of you. That was great. Remember, always record the police. Yes. And once again, and as always, I'm not against the idea of recording the police. The Rodney King thing, all that. We don't talk about those live streams. I apologize, but I didn't. Anyway, but yeah, so there's that. And I mean, I'm not, because these guys like to, actually, I thought this was funny. I had somebody in my comments call me a bootlicker, and I responded. I said, what did I say exactly? It was something to the extent of, well, to be fair, have you ever actually licked a boot? I used to have a dominatrix girlfriend, and she had these thigh-high black oh, never mind. That was my response. So I thought that was a good one. But let's see. Let me look at the comments here. Yeah, it doesn't give you the right to harass them. Slurp. Yep, lick them boots, man. I love it. I actually was thinking about because Scriptcat, when I made my video where I had the fez on, called me Fezokai, and I thought that was a great name. Like, as when I do my music, Fezokai, and then I'm like, well, what my band's going to be called? And then I thought the Bootlicker Brigade, Fezokai and the Bootlicker Brigade. But I don't know if people might take that the wrong way and think I'm calling people bootlickers. It's sarcastic because everyone always calls us bootlickers. Dragon Spit polishes boots really well. That's right. And another thing I wanted to say too about this whole thing about like us always just taking the cop's side no matter what. Right now, I'm from Chicago, and then I was living in Wisconsin for a while, and right now I'm staying in Florida, and I'm in Pasco County. And for anyone who doesn't know, you should go to Natalie Lawyer Chick's channel and search her videos for the Pasco County one. The Pasco County Sheriff's Department had, well, technically still has, but it's under review right now because they got in trouble, an official policy where if someone who's a minor gets arrested for any kind of minor little offense, maybe he had a little bag of pot on him or something, is something stupid. It was official company policy for the Pasco County sheriffs to harass that kid, to try and scare him, to make him afraid of the police so that he wouldn't commit any more crimes. I'm against that. I think that's horrible what they did. I'm not going to support the cops no matter what they do. But like I said earlier with the racism thing or with any of these things, one person, two people, three people, 500 people, when there's thousands of them all over the country, you can't say they're all bad. Yeah, Florida man. See, I'd sub twice if I could. Thank you, Skeptic. Yeah, that was a good one. I was actually thinking of doing something on that, like Florida man this, Florida man that. That's like a thing now, right? So now I'm Florida man. It's kind of crazy out here too. The governor of Florida is quite different than what I'm used to. When I was back in, the city, and the rules were quite different as far as like masking and vaxes and all that. I'm vaxxed and I wear my mask if they ask me to. I'm not going to sit here and try to make it sound like you're violating my rights by asking me to wear a mask. That's such BS. That's crap. If they could tell you to wear a shirt, if they could tell you to wear shoes, they could tell you to wear a mask. It's stupid. He gets really mad when you compare him to Sovsits. Which one? See, I got lost in the chat for a minute. Well, I know that Blandino hates it when you call him a Sovsit, and I know that 14th Amendment rights idiot hates it when you call him a Sovsit. Basically, anyone who follows the sovereign citizen philosophy hates being called a sovereign citizen. Yeah. How does Florida man get it, but Karens don't? 2022 is all backwards. Yeah. Yeah, right? Oh, man. Oh, delete laws. Delete laws, fool. That goes back to the KC Camera Boy. Come on, fool. Come on, fool. What are you going to do, fool? Blandino is a convicted felon now. Yes, he is. And did you guys see his interview with Mike? Law Talk with Mike? That was pretty interesting. But audit them. Yep, I did a video on them. I'm just trying to, keep it going, keep doing my thing, and keep giving these guys a hard time. And there was this thing in which was it? I got to see now. I'm trying to remember. There was somebody because I look at these guys' pages and their community tabs all the time. Like I don't remember if it was Broken System or Tyrant Slayer or Delete Laws, which one it was. But somebody went through this whole big thing about how they like being called frauditors. No, they don't. This whole thing about like this sovereign citizen ideal, like ever since the FBI has officially classified sovereign citizens as a domestic terrorist organization, it's become very taboo to call them that. It doesn't matter if they follow the exact script to the word in court. Broken System is notorious for that because he always puts out these videos. Oh, look, here's me arguing in court and I'm not a sovereign citizen, but he's literally reciting the sovereign citizen script word for word. Like, just because you don't call yourself something doesn't mean you not are something. Oh, man. But anyway, I think for now we've been on for almost 2 hours. It's probably about time to wrap it up, unless anyone else has anything specifically they want me to talk about or cover or any questions. Let's have a American State Nationals. That's the new era softset Karen. Ooh, I'm definitely gonna have to check that out. Thank you, Team Skeptic. Um, Clipboard Boy, yeah. Does anybody know what's going on with this beef with Dr. Dave and like, because he was doing this video on Clipboard Boy? That's what made me think of it. And I mean, I don't know. I just watch their videos. I don't know what they're doing in their personal life. It's none of my business, I guess. But and then people were going after Vilified a couple weeks ago. It's all right. So here. Let me talk about this for a second. This community, and I know after the whole situation with Virgo Triad, and since she sort of coined the phrase watchdog community, that now it's sort of become taboo to call us the watchdogs to an extent. But the thing I love about our community is that we do all seem to support each other. You know, we have people like Team Skeptic, from people like him to people like Vilified Freedom and everything in between. We got actual lawyers. We got all these people that may disagree about all kinds of different things, but we all can agree on the fact that these guys are idiots. These guys are wrong. We know they're wrong. And it's just mind-bogglingly amazing to see how they handle everything. It's nuts. And speaking of which, because this has nothing to do with anything, actually, this is a horrible segue. Thank you very much. I am in Florida. It is kind of hot. This is my trademark, so I always wear it, but I think I'm going to take it off because I'm starting to sweat. Hold on. Oh no, the hair reveal. Yes, I do have some. Look at that. This isn't the first time I've taken it off, but just for now, because it's getting hot, and I'm almost out of ginger ale. I'm waiting until after 5, and then I'll have myself something with a little bit more. You know what I'm saying. You know how long I practiced that? That took me a long time to figure that one out. Made in Krypton. Yes. The Kryptonians. See, okay. Wait, what is this now? Team Skeptic is my secret crush. Don't tell anybody. That's great. An hour and 39 minutes behind. He pissed off the Hispanics. Big mistake. They'll kick your ass. Yes, Dark Soul. If you're not aware of what's been going on, the Silence Boys channel has been completely removed by YouTube for terms of service violations, and it all started when he got a Hispanic street vendor arrested for assaulting him. We did the video just probably an hour ago now, but she like, he's getting in her face, swearing at her in Spanish, and she's like, "Get out of here, leave me alone," you know, and she just like that, and he's like, "She assaulted me," and had her arrested for assault. So then what's the Spanish channel? Telemundo did a story on the Telemundo News about him having her arrested. And once that aired, the entire Hispanic community went nuts at him for doing that to that poor girl. And, you know, and now his channel's gone. So the backlash was obviously intense, and it did work. And even stupid KC Camera Boy, if you look at his community feed, even he said that he thought Silence Boy was crossing the line. When that idiot thinks that you're going too far, you're going too far. Let's hope those vatos in the other gang will take care of it. Vatos Locos. What was that movie? Viva los Vatos Locos. The crazy guys. Good. Yeah, we had this whole celebration about Silence Boy losing his channel because that dude was one of the biggest turds. I mean, when he started going to restaurants and just harassing random people that were trying to eat, not even cops or state workers or anybody, just random people. They're auditing civilians now, and they call the police Gestapo. Exactly. They always like to call the cops a gang, but they're like a gang. When a group of people walk up to somebody and start harassing, "Oh, Steven, thanks for the super chat." As an idiot of the group, we do not claim them. Yeah. It's an insult to idiots to call these guys idiots. Yeah, that's horrible. News Now enemy. Hello. Um, yeah, so we did. We talked about Silence Boy and how he lost his channel, and we were celebrating that for a while. For anyone who's just recently come in, and then after that, we did a bit about Joshua Lanto getting arrested and getting his car towed. That was fun to watch. And then we did Delete Law's live stream from the other day. The stream was over an hour. I cut it off because he was just repeating the same nonsense over and over and over and over and over at that point. Hold on, I'm gonna go grab another ginger ale. So I'm gonna be off screen for a second. Here, wait, maybe I could give you something else to look at while I'm. Oh, and here's another thing. How did Schrodinger's cat die? Does anyone know? Dark Soul. I've told you this before. We don't talk about that. Nobody talks about that because Mrs. Cat specifically asked to let her private stuff be private, and we're respecting her privacy by not asking. Not saying that he died for a bad reason, just it's none of our business, so we don't discuss that. All right, I'll be right back. Yeah, honoring the wishes of the widow. Hey, Unclean Hands, you're back. Welcome. Good to see you again. The stream's been going pretty good. We had Skeptic in here for a while. We had Kick in here. No problem, Dark Soul. I'm not mad at you. Just letting you know that's why it's never come up. She specifically asked that we don't discuss it, so we respect her wishes and we don't discuss it. Let's see. Yes, exactly, Trans. It's up to her to decide if she wants to make that information public. Yep. But yeah, so the other day I did a test live stream and I put some videos on there of like all of these guys doing all their crap. And then at the end, just for fun, I put some like cute cat videos or something, and I ended up getting a copyright strike for the cat videos. Whatever. All right. Any specific videos anyone wants to watch? Oh, and he got arrested for pulling a taser out on someone. See, that's so him. That's his style. And yeah, and that's another thing for anyone who's, just got in recently and doesn't know what's going on with Casey Camera Boy. He decided to audit a bank, which just that in and of itself is like, why? But Amaganson's been doing that for a while now. That's like the new thing. They go to banks. But he's standing in front of the bank with a camera, wearing a flak jacket like he always does, and a mask, which, again, nowadays the mask is acceptable. He's dark sunglasses, and he's got a sidearm. Now, it was a taser. Turns out it was a taser. But I'm supposed to believe that standing in front of a bank with a sidearm, a flak jacket, a mask, dark sunglasses, and a camera isn't suspicious, and they're not going to call the cops. I'm supposed to believe that you weren't specifically going out of your way to look for trouble. Give me a break. Come on, dude. These guys have become so transparent. And I even one of the lady's family member friend approached him to kick his butt, and kick his ass. He got scared, pulled his taser, and called the cops. Yeah, see, that's such a Silence Boy move. He's like, earlier, she spit in my face. Like, dude, any confrontation at all. He creates confrontation, goes out of his way to create confrontation, but if it ever gets turned back at him, he's a soy boy. Oh no, I'm gonna call the cops on you. I hate the cops. I would never, unless somebody like doesn't like me being an asshole. Ugh. I did make a mistake recently though. This is behind the scenes stuff, just a little bonus for you guys. So my Long Island audit video, I made a trailer for it. I put the trailer up, and my idea was I was going to have this big build to the premiere because everybody has been going in my comments saying, when are you going to do Long Island audits? When are you going to do Long Island audits? I'm like, all right, everyone's been waiting for this one. I'm going to make it a big deal. And then I wanted to have it be like a couple days and have the premiere. Actually, I was going to set it for tonight. So when I went in there and I was clicking around, yeah, legalized drugs did go legit as far as we could tell. All he does actually now is attack Long Island audit. But anyway, when I went to set up the premiere time, I accidentally clicked instant premiere and the video was playing and I didn't even know it. So then I'm like, I hit instant premiere. So then I had to go back and now it's up there and it's good. It got a bunch of views. It's great. But that was, well, like I said, I'm learning. She spit in my face. That's a classic. That's an all-time classic. That's gonna go down with Blandino dancing and that idiot saying what was it? He's telling the judge, I'm not a person, David Hall. And then the judge is like, well, if you see the person, David Hall, you tell him he's not getting out of jail either. That was a classic. And of course, P. Barnes, the all-time classic. Let's see. I had another video from Long Island Outs on their channel. And I said it showed a video and apologize. Security cameras are there for insurance purposes. See, this is the thing. I hate their security camera excuse. Everything they say that has any kind of a kernel of truth in it is based on like a one time possible maybe could theoretically happen situation, right? Like if some pervert wants to look at the security cam footage because there was a hot girl in the store that day and he works there in the security department, that's possible, but that's not the purpose of a security camera, right? The purpose of a security camera is so that if the place gets robbed or someone gets beat up or something happens, they could go back and review the footage. But when you're an idiot and you're sticking your phone in everyone's face and telling them, hey, look, guys, hey, I got the look, like that's not the same thing. That's not the same thing at all. Oh, wait, now my phone's chirping at me because I touched it. My phone just told me that it spotted a Pokemon nearby. Yeah, I know. Pokemon goes dead, whatever. Let a man have some fun once in a while, will you? Let's see. Security footage on the internet, except for when a crime has been committed. Exactly. It's so crazy the way that they bring this up and make it sound like this is a common thing. Like, oh, the security, you have security cameras. What's the difference between your security cameras and my phone? There's a big difference. Hello, Moto. Yep. It only actually says that to me if I'm getting a call. It'll chirp when I get a text. The woman who is hiding for some reason gets attacked because of such a video. Oh, and speaking of what's been going on lately, here's another thing that you guys might not be aware of. Omaha went live the other day and announced that he's finally realized not that auditing is wrong. He's going to keep auditing, but that purposely going out of his way to act like he's going for a gun is a bad idea. He finally figured that out. And he said he's never going to do that again. He also was e-begging at the time. But again, he's not going to stop doing audits, but he says that he's going to stop purposely acting like he's a threat. So we'll see what happens with that. Between legalized drugs going legit, Silence Boy being gone, Glenn Serio being locked up, and now, this deal with Omaha at least making his audits less dangerous. It looks like we're making progress, a little bit of progress in the right direction. I think also it was Delete Laws in his community page was talking about how our community is just trying to make money off of other people's content. Um, if you look at my channel, 90% of my videos are completely all original content. Me talking about football or whatever, or singing songs or music that I wrote. It's very small amount of what I do. Wait, Glenn's in jail. Well, I mean, Glenn was, he's on trial right now. It's pending, but the point is he hasn't been posting anything because, he's Glenn and he's in trouble and he knows it. Teleklein's been posting more videos about him than he's been making videos lately. Let's see. The whale was harpooned. That's funny. And that's Glenn. Okay, here's a little story for you guys, a little bit of history. Back in the day when Glenn Serio, well, all right, let me go back. When I first started learning about this whole thing, the whole way it started for me was that when I get gods can't be arrested. Yeah, he said he's the God, right? When he says that he's doing see, I'm reading the chats while I'm talking and I lost my train of thought. My train of thought has derailed. The only line from that movie that I liked, I thought that shark, lava, boy, girl, whatever. And what would happen if you did that now? With, no, never mind. Let's not get into politics over this. Did you see the video where his legal team is acting like 13-year-olds and attacked the one? I forgot his name with stupid comments. Yeah. Oh, the other people's content thing, right? I was talking about that. So the idea was that, or my computer's getting weird on me. Hold on. Why is this doing this? Why are you doing this to me? What is wrong with you? I don't want you. Am I still on? My computer just got really weird for a second. Anyway, so the whole thing was that Delete Laws in his community section, it was either him or BSBT, I don't remember. Anyway, he said that the only purpose we have is to make money off of other people's content, right? And the problem is that's not true. Our purpose is to expose scammers and liars and frauds for being scammers and liars and frauds. If you guys just did what you do, you guys love to talk about, well, the police are unchecked. Well, you're unchecked until we got here. And that led me back to what I was going to tell the story of how I got started in this whole sovereign citizen deal. Because again, like I said, all my old videos are about football or just music or whatever. I have a bunch of videos about mice because I had some mice in my house, just whatever nonsense I did at the time. But I think this was right after the whole George Floyd thing happened. And I was thinking, well, now that everybody literally has a camera in their pocket on their phone, there's got to be more footage of, if these cops are really out there doing all this horrible stuff, there's got to be more footage of it out there, right? So I did a search on YouTube to see if I could find anything like that. And I found a video of a guy getting pulled over. And he gave the cop what for. And not knowing any of the background information except for what was in the video. And this is why I hate so much the fact that the narrative never matches the content, because that very first video I ever saw, that got me. I was on his side and I was like, oh, yeah, that cop shouldn't have pulled you over for no reason. That's not right. That's good that you told that cop what's up. So then I decided I'm going to do some investigation into this. I'm going to go to this dude's channel and see if he posted a follow-up video, because this was pretty old, So I went to his channel and then I saw him getting pulled over, 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 him arguing with the cops, him arguing with the cops. I'm like, who gets pulled over every day? Who gets in arguments with the cops every day? And I immediately was like, wait a minute. This guy's a charlatan. This is crap. And guess what? Now I know. At the time I didn't, but it was Glenn. I was on Auditing the USA. And he was my introduction into this whole thing. And once I realized what these people were doing and how crazy it was, I didn't want to support their channels anymore, but I still wanted to watch these videos to see what's going on. And that's when I started to find Skeptic and Schrodinger and Law Talk with Mike and Van Balian and, just everybody. And, since then it's been growing and we're here not just to steal other people's videos and make money off of them. No, we're here to expose the fact that their videos are lies. They're frauds. They're scams. They're narcissistic, douchebag, bung. Why is my computer doing this again? What is up with that? Sorry. Nasty Nathaniel, Audit Scientology. Oh, man. See, these guys really drive me nuts. Any suggestions or recommendations of who I should cover next? That's why you like who you are. No, yeah, it is though. I mean, just trying to keep the faith and keep these idiots accountable. They always talk about holding public officials accountable, but who's holding the auditors accountable? I know Auditing the Audit tends to do a decent job of that, but he's still I'm on the fence with him because sometimes some auditors will be doing some things that I think are over the line and he'll stick up for it, but whatever. Yeah, SVG News, oh man, he's annoying, man. And I watched him. He actually did a live feed today. I watched it, well, part of it, and he did one yesterday that I watched, and just trying to figure out what's going on. And he seems thoroughly convinced that he's on the moral high ground. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. But by doing this, by harassing people, by insulting people, that's the moral high ground. Like, come on. And there's still no one anywhere that could, I think I found out what's wrong with my computer. Oh, well, that's silly. I'm doing this on a laptop and I got the mouse plugged in, but there's still the touchpad, right? So apparently I accidentally was hitting the touchpad because I put my hands down here and started moving the mouse, but I wasn't touching the mouse. And that's why I was like, why is my computer acting funny? Cow Patty, he hasn't put anything up for a while either. He's just a turd. Like compared to the guys we've been talking about, Casey and, Silence Boy and these guys, he's harmless. He's just an idiot. Let's see, just catching up on the comments here. Glenn lives 35 minutes north of me, and he was starting to come down in my country before he got arrested. Yes, he is very rude. Mrs. Auditing Chicago. I'm from Chicago. Where are you at? I'm going to have to check you out. So let's see. We're getting every, I don't know. I pretty much covered everything I planned on covering for today. So like I said, anything anyone else wants to discuss or any questions or recommendations or let's see. These guys, the frauditors, have bootstrapped a decision that allowed for photography, videoing, police from a public sidewalk into being able to do anything you want to do. Yes. Yes. That's one of the reasons why this is so frustrating, because so much of the things they say, so much of the script is based very loosely on a kernel of legitimate information, you can stand there during a traffic stop and record the police. You can. There's nothing wrong with that. None of us are saying there is anything wrong with that. But when you insert yourself into this situation, that's a completely different thing. And that's what these guys do because their purpose is to get a reaction. And so many of them have said it flat out. Amagansett Press. Well, I don't answer questions because I want to get a real reaction from these people so I could educate them. How are you educating them? By not talking to them. So, yeah, you can film the police from the side of the road. If they ask you to step back, you step back. And I've not seen, and I'm not saying that it doesn't exist because I haven't watched literally every single video ever produced by these idiots, but not once. And in fact, tell me in the comments if any of you ever have. In fact, I'm going to ask you because I haven't. So I'm going to ask you. Put a 1 in the chat if you've ever seen a video where someone got arrested for filming. I don't see any ones because it's never happened. See, that's not a thing. None of these guys get arrested for filming. If they're filming and they're asked to leave and they don't go, then they're trespassing. So they'll be arrested for trespass, but not for. You were arrested for filming during the protest. That's what you were charged with, filming. I mean, if that's 2, 4, 5, 3, 1. Hey, like I said, it's not impossible that something can happen, that there can be bad cops. But that goes back to the whole thing I was doing earlier when I was covering Delete Laws and his new video. It's like there's one bad cop somewhere, so that means all cops are bad. There's one, and he kept talking about, well, God sent me to do this. God told me to do that. Oh, so what about the one bad priest? Or, well, again, there's more than one, but same thing with the cops. There's more than one. Let me clue you in on something about life on the planet Earth, okay? Anything that involves a large group of people, some of those people are going to be bad guys. I don't care what you're talking about, whether you're talking about police or government or religion or auditors or whatever group. When there's a lot of people around, there's going to be an issue. There's going to be some people that aren't cool. So you immediately make, well, okay, maybe we wouldn't have called it, but then you just make this broad generalization that every member of that group is evil. Unless, well, I mean, that's okay. I don't want to get too much into, off the subject, but a lot of these guys like to compare cops to Nazis. So, and I actually just had this is probably what made me think of it. I had this conversation with my son the other day because he's studying World War II in school right now. If you were a German citizen in Germany at the time and you were in the army, that doesn't mean that you were a horrible, evil Nazi that was trying to murder Jews. The people who did that were tried for war crimes. There were people who did do that. Oh, yeah, a lot of them, but not all of them. Not every single person that lived in Germany at the time was a horrible, evil Nazi just because they were German or just because they were in the army. I mean, that's a broad generalization. Yeah, obviously we know all of the top guys that got in trouble and were convicted of war crimes and all that, and they were. Well, we know, okay, get into a history lesson. Some of them ran away to other countries and hid because they knew they were going to get in trouble. But the point is, any group, even them, like, it's real easy to say, oh, Nazis are evil. And, like in Indiana Jones, what are you going to do? How are we going to make the audience hate the bad guys? make them Nazis, and then they'll just automatically hate them, right? And that works, and that's fine. I get it, But the point is, broad generalizations shouldn't apply to any large group, because if there's a large group, there's going to be some good people and there's going to be some bad people. There's different kinds of people in the world. If these guys had their way, there'd be no such thing as laws, and they love to go, well, I'm not gonna beat anybody up. I'm not gonna shoot anybody. Okay, maybe you're not, but believe it or not, this is gonna be my Silence Boy impersonation from earlier. Believe it or not, there are people who steal things. There are people who murder people. There are people who stab people and assault people. Those things do happen. Just because you wouldn't do it doesn't mean we should make it legal. There has to be an injured party. Delete Laws was trying to tell Skeptic during their debate that if, like, we're talking about a scenario like if somebody is like running at somebody with a knife, gonna stab them, and a cop sees it, that the cop can't stop the guy with the knife to save the life of the guy he's going to stab. He has to wait. I'm making this analogy up. He didn't make it in the debate, but this is the kind of thing he was talking about. That the cop has to let him stab the guy because there has to be an injured party before the cop can take action. Seriously? Like, so the guy who gets stabbed, now, how do you think his family is going to feel about the police when a policeman could have saved his life but chose not to because he didn't want to violate the attacker's rights? Give me a break, dude. That's not how the world works. That's not how life works. There are bad people out there. Yeah, some of them are cops, but some of them are not. And he's saying that we support the cops because we're afraid of cops. No, we're afraid of the idiots that the cops are stopping from coming in here and taking me away. You're making it sound like at any minute while I'm doing this right now, the cops are just going to bust in the door, grab me, and drag me away. Is that happening? I'm waiting. Nope. Sorry, I didn't get arrested. You know why? Because I didn't break any laws. Oh, boy. And I'm not going to say I'm a sweet, innocent little angel who's never done anything wrong. That would be a lie. However, if I do something that's illegal, like with earlier when we're watching Josh Lanto, broken system, broken trust, driving, not even his car, somebody else's car, without a license. If you know you don't have a license and you choose to drive and then you get pulled over, it's not the cop's fault that he pulled you over. You knew you didn't have a license and you chose to drive. Like, why are you surprised you got pulled over? Why? Or these guys who don't have a license plate or have just the word private written on there. They're asking to get pulled over. They're begging for it. Give me a minute, I'll send them. Send what? See, I haven't been reading the chat, so now I'm behind. News Now Enemy, what are you telling me? I have to scroll back here. Punk deserved that. They still believe the propaganda. Yes, they do. Oh, well. Anyway, I want to thank all you guys for showing up. This has been a blast. I've had a lot of fun. I love doing this. I'm definitely going to start making this a lot more regular. And but for now, I got to take care of some business and I got to get something to eat. All right. So thank all you guys for showing up. Thank you for all the super chats that came in. Thank you for joining, subscribing, all that good stuff. Love you guys. Take it easy. Oh, the cops to my house. Okay, now I get it. News Now Enemy. Thank you. Anyway, have a good night and or day or evening or wherever you live. Thank you, Freckles. Thank everybody, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, yay, yay, yay. Bourgeois. Bam.